Good evening, everybody. Let me just get the comments up. So I'm having a bit of a flap. Can you hear me? Okay. Hope it's all okay. Hi, Porkies. Hi, Mum. Hi, Elaine, and hi, Cassie. I hope you're all good. Hello, Chris. Hope you're good. Can you hear me all right? Hopefully, you can hear me okay. I hope. Otherwise, I'm going to have to resort to something else. I think it's working. I can't get hold of anybody at the minute. I'm having a little flap. I'm sure it'll be fine. Hi, Laura. Hi, Chris. Good. Thank you, Chris. Good. Sounds good. Great. Welcome. Another Saturday. Here we are. Yeah, I was having a little flap because I got on about 15 minutes before I was about to go live, and I haven't been able to get hold of James. Oh, hang on, there he is. I thought they would. I thought they'd stitch me up. I've texted everybody to see whether they're about and whether they're coming on. Hi, Lainey. How you doing? All right. Oh God. Okay. Right. Well, I'm actually going to be on my own for 5 minutes by the looks of it. So I hope you're all right. I hope you've had a good week. It's so hot. I'm at my brother's, obviously. I've got the windows shut because there's obviously people outside and that. And all right, let's see what everyone's saying. So, everyone's saying hello to each other. Laura's saying that Nick's always late. Oh no, hang on. Where's that gone? Oh, there you go. Oh, Chris is saying Nick's always late. Nick lives life late. Don't want to say that when you've had too many drinks. Dave the Gent's in. Hello, mate. How you doing? Yeah, we're all right. We're all right. I did it on my own before I started having people on, so we'll be good. We'll be good. It should be a good show tonight. Everyone's saying hello to each other, which is cool. You'll have to sing if you have. What's that? If you have to sing if you have no guess, Rich. We won't look. No, you're sure. I'll just have to put my finger over the camera. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Chaz is in. Good, Dave. Glad you're good. Sir Lord Custard the 10th. Love that name. Absolutely fabulous name. So cool. Yep, Mandy's in. Laney's saying she should be editing. There's loads of time to edit, Laney. Loads of time. We've got Aaron in. How you doing? Ah, right. Well, I'm going to get my guest on before the other Herbert comes on because he's already in. Let's all say good evening to Mr. Nic Hills. Hello, Nick.
Hello, there we go.
Do you know what? I started flapping because I got here about 15 minutes before. I thought I'll set up and that and make sure everything's okay. And then I tried getting hold of you, and then I tried getting hold of him, and I was like, oh my God, they've either talking to each other and saying, let's stitch him up, let's worry him.
I'll be totally honest. I was in the front room and I bought a job lot of action figures, but they're ones that are all interchangeable. I think they're called Marvel Mashers, and I've sat there for the last hour, completely forgot what the time was, and then you messaged and I went, yeah, just setting up, completely forgot.
Yeah, I don't know where James is. He's made up some fib about his. I think he's already doing Would I Lie to You. He started saying his laptop's updating, so we'll see. You can say hello to everybody in the chat. We've got 30 in at a minute, which is good.
Good stuff. I'm just opening it up.
Yeah. How's things anyway, all right?
Yeah, good. We went to another Jumble Trail event today. We've got another one lined up tomorrow.
Nice.
What,
local to you? Local to
you? It was about half-hour drive, 45 minutes, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Took the big car and filled it, so we did all right.
Nice. Nice. And you got another one tomorrow?
Another one tomorrow.
Lovely. You've got to hurry up and get this app sorted.
We're working on it. It's progress is swift, so we're hoping. Apparently, I'll get the first interactive usable version next week to start
Nice.
working out the workflow for all the users and how people are going to interact with it. So then there'll be probably another month of developing it from there, and then we'll see where we're at.
Nice.
But yeah, it's exciting.
Nice.
It's exciting.
Yeah. Oh, everyone's saying hello. We've got who's just Tawny Steve, evening Tawny Steve.
Nice, dude.
Ali's in. Sir Lord Custard the 10th. I got intel of a little yard sale, but was already in my chilling clothes. Was already in my chilling clothes and did not want to get out of the heat. It is hot today. It's definitely a hot one today. So did you pick up anything good then, Nick? Obviously you did.
Well,
you're not going to buy rubbish.
Nothing. No home runs really.
Okay.
Some cool stuff. I'll quickly show you these.
Yep.
I bought loads and loads of my usual, like stacks and stacks of media, stacks and stacks of toys, loads and loads of really cool books. But these were probably my favourite pickup of the day.
Oh, they're nice.
Solid brass bookends.
They're nice. I like those.
Are they the coolest thing?
They're very cool.
Yeah, I love them.
Very cool.
They might be slightly hollow, but I don't know. Yeah, actually, they look like they've been welded up somehow and then. Yeah. But they've got a lot of weight to them.
Nice. So, yeah, they are nice.
We spotted those and thought, they're coming home. They're coming home. Yeah.
Lady saying, "Oh, I wouldn't have watched if I'd known that Nic Hills was on." Well,
Laney, that's just for you.
we love Jeff. We love Jeff. You have to be nice to him, Laney, because he's obviously new in the YouTube scene. Hasn't been around long and he's a bit shy, so you have to be a bit nice.
Yeah. Such a meanie, that Laney. Such a meanie.
I've got MTS in. Hi, hope you're good.
So how are you going to work this then? Because how many stories do you want from me?
I don't know. We can do 3 each, I suppose, or something like that. It's up to you.
I have
how many you got?
3, all from my police days. So
that's perfect. That's perfect because you can do 3, I can do 3, and Pinocchio can do 3.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of people in. Everyone's saying hello to you.
Before we get to the stories as well, I've written notes for all 3, whether they're true or false. So don't think you're picking up clues if I'm reading stuff, because I've done it so you can't. There's no tells. There's no tells here. I'm reading from my little notes about all of them, true or false. All right.
Yeah, that's good. That's what I done last time. But obviously, where I'm at my brother's now, we've literally been busy all day, like trying to sort things out and listing and it's just been crazy. So I haven't had a chance to write anything down, and I'll just have to make it up as I go along.
The trouble is, if you do too many of these, you're going to run out of real stories very quick.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said to him. But it's all right for 2 or 3 weeks because they've been going down well. But there are changes on the horizon. There are other things coming. There's other quizzes. I say there's going to be a money pot being built up as well for people to win. There's going to be giveaways. There's a lot coming. It's just going to get better.
This does have legs because you could get an occasional guest in and come back.
Well, that's another thing, and also not just that. I want to also do it with teams now and again. So, I'll be on and I'll have 2 on my team. Yeah. He'll have 2 on his team. So we definitely guess, and I think teams would be good as well because, obviously your teams can be asking questions, but also you can still get the chat involved as well. So it's nice. It's nice. So
I love the TV version of this. Like the original "Would I Lie to You" is brilliant, and I tend to do okay guessing. I don't know how good you are on that. I tend to do pretty well.
Yeah. I do all right with the guessing. I'm just seeing whether that's James. He'll be in soon. Who else we got in? We got Mike in. Oh, he's rushed home for this. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that, mate. Laura. We got Sue. We've got Ali, Lee. Yeah, we've got a few people in tonight, which is good. Carl. So it's all good. So how was it in the heat today? All right.
Oh, it was really hot and humid. Yeah.
It's terrible. It's terrible. I mean, it was hot when I left home, but oh god,
I don't like moaning about the heat though, because us British, we can moan about anything. I'd rather it be nice and sunny and too hot than be wet and miserable. So I'm not going to complain.
100%. I've just got to send him the link. You can carry on. You can hold the show, Nick.
Well, Stu just mentioned the football. Andrea said as I was passing through that some guy had a heart attack on pitch.
Oh.
I don't know how true that is. There's stuff going around the internet about it, and then we put the football on, but it all happened already, I think.
Oh. That's not good.
So let me know in the chat if that actually happened. That sounds horrible. If it was live on TV.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. I don't know what happened beyond that, or if it's even true. But Christian Eriksen, is that the guy that's had the issue? Oh, there you go. Danish player match restarted.
Oh.
Well, yeah. Hope he's okay. Whatever happened.
He collapsed and they gave him CPR. Laney's saying.
Oh man.
Oh, and Stu's saying he had a heart attack.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Okay, so it is true. Oh, that's horrible.
Currently stable in hospital.
Okay,
that's one good thing at least. See, I don't watch football. I don't follow football. My daughters love it. Chelsea mad.
Really? That's interesting. That your daughters enjoy it, not you.
Oh yeah, they like their because they live near the Chelsea training ground and they've seen all the Chelsea players around. Right. What's the time? Oh look. Look. He's only 12 minutes late. Only 12 minutes late. Let's give him grief, everybody. It's Pinocchio. I can't hear you. What is it? Is it a film? Book? Can't hear a word you're saying. This is going well.
Is that better?
Oh,
that's better. I can hear you now.
Sorry about that. I do apologise.
That's all right.
Yeah, I should think so. Late and not set up properly. How disgraceful.
I know. I'm really sorry, guys.
How are you?
Very, very well. Lovely to meet you as well, Nick. A little bit crazy, if I'm being honest. If I just take a moment, it's been a bit crazy. I've been watching the Euros. I don't know if you guys have as well, but one of the players on the pitch passed out.
We just heard heart attack apparently.
Yeah, it was quite something. Yeah, my brother's my next door neighbour, and I just took a moment just to say, "You all right? You okay?" And just generally just take that 5 minutes just to say, "Is everything all right?" And
who's your next door neighbour?
My brother.
Your brother.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And just took that moment just to take, "You okay? How's your day?" And he just went for a walk and knocked us back. I've got my Belgium top on, and I was raring for my Belgium game, and I was like, "Yeah, come on, Belgium!" And it was just a bit of a reality check, really, when you've got all this football going on and nothing happened. He just fainted there.
Oh, I thought you were sorry. Apologies. I thought you were talking about the player.
Eric Lamela.
You're talking about your brother, was it?
No.
I'm getting confused.
No, Nick, I'm talking about the player, Nick. You're bang on right. Eric Lamela. But because
it's all right, he's northern, Nick. You have to talk slowly.
And I'm very slow, so we're going to struggle.
We're going to struggle. We're definitely going to struggle.
I'm not on alcohol, but I've got a ginger beer.
But because my brother's my next door neighbour, Nick, I just thought it was the right time just to say, "Have you heard the news? Are you okay?"
Oh, okay.
Just because it's them moments that wake you up and realise that actually, hang on a minute, are we all okay? You all right? Type of thing.
Definitely. No, I'm with you now. Okay, cool.
Right, we've got Steve in, Oliver in, Mandy Bloom. We've still got loads of people in. Hello, everybody. You obviously know Nick, and by now you should know James.
No, you don't know me.
He's the loopy one. Right, so we're gonna play a game, are we? Should we do the game, or I was interested in, because obviously I've heard about this app, but I don't actually know about the app.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people probably do in the chat, but can you just give us a brief outline of it?
Well, it all started because we go to a lot of these jumble trails, and we get every day people message us. I can't find out when they're happening. Where's the place you go to find them? We have a lot of friends in a lot of places, so we get told about a lot of them. And also Andrea searches endlessly on Facebook and Google, but there's no central place where people can share them. So we thought, let's do that. And then that developed into the next big problem when you go to these is navigating around them is a nightmare. You're in a town you don't know, and you're trying to punch postcodes into Google Maps, all this rubbish. So it kind of snowballed into, we're going to create a centralized place where people can share these events that are going on. Not only that, they can set them up within the app, build their own interactive Google Maps, has complete Google Maps interactivity. It will guide you around, tick them off as you go. Loads and loads of other functionality and tools that we're adding daily to it. It's also going to be a national database of charity shop locations. You can use them, make a map and make a route function with those.
Nice.
It's going to be awesome. But yeah, it's a big job. So we've been working on it for a few months already.
Wow.
But we're getting there. Should have a functioning version, like version A, next week to look at.
Wow, that quick.
Start testing. Yeah, but it's going to be months of development.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Great.
Yeah. I never imagined I'd be an app developer. It's kind of weird.
Wow. And what price is that going to be for? What price is that going to go up for? Have you thought of a price point? Completely free.
Yeah, we're going to fund it with ads, and if you want to remove the ads, you pay.
Nice. Oh, that's a good way of doing that.
We didn't want to put any barriers into people setting up events on it.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want someone to come in and say, "Oh yeah, I want to set up a jumble trail. What, I have to pay to get the app?" You're having a laugh. They won't bother.
Yeah, that's true.
So no barrier to entry at all. But if you don't like seeing ads every half an hour, pay £1 for the day. Just
a bit like a Spotify type of platform, whereabouts you know, it's all about kind of everyone can use it, but if you want to really use it, then it's obviously there.
Yeah, I'm doing a 3-month trial at the minute. They gave me a 3-month trial on YouTube, and like there's literally no ads at all. No ads at all, which is great.
Yeah, you can pay to remove them. So if you just want to use it to go to one event in the whole year or in your whole lifetime, it still won't cost you a penny, and it's fine. If you're going to use it every weekend, you'll pay for the extra functionality and get rid of the ads. It's fine. You know, it's a one size fits all kind of thing is the idea, but we're working on all of that.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Right. Well, so here we go then. So
that was all true. I'm not lying yet.
He's not lying yet.
I might not lie at all. Oh, what was it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Look, poker face. He plays poker, so like, I'm a bit worried about this one.
Oh yeah, Nick does. He's very good as well. He wins multiple competitions, I hear.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Trophies. I got trophies written down in the loft. Yeah,
oh dear.
So he puts him in the loft now. He's worked his way up so much.
Too much work, Dustin. Right, so if I've missed anybody in the chat, do apologise. But it's good to see you all. Vinny, hello mate. Good evening, Rich, Nick, and James, and everyone else. Hope everyone is good. We're all good, mate. Yep, and we're here to have a laugh, which is what it's all about. The veranda files is in. Right, so I think, seeing as Nick's the guest, I think we should let Nick go first. Do you think, James?
As long as Nick is happy to tell a truth or a lie.
I could do either. So a bit of background. I was a police officer, and I thought it'd be interesting to pick 3 stories from my police days.
True.
Yes, that is true. And I've already said before you came in that I will be looking down and reading my notes, whether they are true or false. So don't read anything into that, right? Which one do I start with? Okay. All right. So how should we do it like the show? I'll give you a kind of brief overview and then you ask questions.
Yeah. Fantastic, Nick. Fantastic.
Okay. I stopped a very famous chef and breathalyzed him. He was very unhappy.
He was very unhappy, so he'd obviously been drinking. Oh, whereabouts did this happen?
It happened in St Albans, which was where I was stationed.
Okay.
And I suppose I may as well ask the blatant, Nick, what famous chef was this chef?
I can say this because it didn't end up in an arrest. It was Jamie Oliver.
And what gave you cause to pull him over and breathalyse him?
The cause, we were actually, to give a little bit of context, there was a huge push. This is 2001. There was a huge drink drive push. And we were we were doing set places where we would target certain pubs. We were doing random pulls. We were also, if we had any suspicions, as in driving, erratic driving, we were pulling. Whereas normally you'd maybe not. We were on this big push in Hertfordshire. So as part of that, we were out on patrol and the driving was, I think he indicated and didn't turn. He then braked suddenly. We couldn't see any reason to brake suddenly. And we were like, right, it's been pulled. So we pulled him, gave him the grounds. I didn't even realize it was him until he got out of the car to do the roadside breath test. And then I didn't quite know how to approach that. It was really odd because he'd just become really famous for the naked chef, I think it was, that whole thing. And it carried on from there. So I'll leave you to ask me questions about what happened.
Right, so Chris Tyler in the chat's asked, what year was this, roughly?
2001.
2001. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, yeah, 2001. Do you want to ask something, James? We got Peter the Vinegar Jar in. Hi, Peter.
My question would be, why not, as it's not too materialistic. Nick, what time was this of the pullover?
What time did we pull him over? I was on night shift. I'm guessing about 10 to 11. We were gearing up to do pulls because that's your prime pull in for drink drive, right? So I would say 10, but I'd be guessing without any accuracy.
So he obviously didn't fail the breath test.
No.
What was his what how did he try and get out of it, or what did he actually say to you about it?
He was upset that we'd pulled him. He didn't think we had any grounds to pull him. We had to explain several times that we were perfectly entitled to pull him because of his erratic nature of his driving. He was the driver, obviously. There was someone else in the car with him, a gentleman. No idea who that was. He was very upset and didn't want to do the test. And we told him that he was going to do the test, or he was coming in to have a test done.
Right. Cassie thinks that's a lie.
But he blew completely negative. He didn't even blow amber. He blew completely negative. He just didn't like the fact he'd been pulled.
He'd been stopped. Mandy thinks it's a fib.
Oh, are they coming in?
They're coming in already. Cassie said that it's a lie because Jamie would have been in bed at that time. He would have been in bed then.
Okay.
He's the naked chef in all fairness, though.
We've got Jim in. We've got David in. Peter the Vinegar Jar saying you're telling a porky pie.
Okay.
Basically, so someone's saying basically Jamie Oliver is a crap driver. What car was he driving, Nick?
It was a 4-wheel drive, like I think it was a Range Rover. It was one of them, big, expensive.
Did he not try and bribe you with a free meal? Oh no, he didn't have to, did he? Because he blew negative anyway.
He had some very choice words. I can say that.
Oh, so he did turn the air blue.
Happy. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. You know.
See, I don't know if I could ever see him losing his rag. I don't know. I've not really watched him on telly. James, what do you think?
I know that he can potentially lose his rag because when my uncle saw him in Italy and he was filming a stint for an Italian cooking show, he was walking up a hill and he'd done it several times, and he went, "Oh, finally we got up on top of this hill. Can't you see this beautiful, great vineyard?" And my uncle shouted, "You've done it 3 times, Jamie." And Jamie went, "Shut up!" And had to go at my uncle, so I know that he can lose it. But maybe back then, he was a bit young. You know, he would probably. I imagine he was in his 20s, early 20s back then, when he was like the naked chef.
Yeah.
But then again, if he's just starting out, I don't know. Would he go off the handle? I don't know. I would. No one likes being stopped by the police when they know they haven't done something wrong.
No one likes. No one likes the police.
It's true.
That's why Nick isn't a policeman anymore. Right. So, what are we saying, chat?
Elaine says, did he say, "Do you know who I am?" He didn't. No.
Oh, do you know
I think
what?
it became obvious when I got a bit funny. I was like, because it dawned on me, like I said, when he got out of the car, and then I kind of fluffed all my lines from that point.
Yeah. Porky's thinks it's true. Cassie saying he probably was hiding his turkey twizzler under his apron.
Oh, cheeky monkey.
Right, James, I'll let you go first. What are you saying?
I don't know. Nick is very good at this game, and he's a poker player.
And
he's been very, very good, and he's tried to get us on board. I'm going to go an absolute lie, if I'm being honest. I think Nick's very good at what he does, but he's just absolutely lying.
Okay.
I was also going to say lie. Yeah, I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to say lie. Jilly's saying true. Susan, Bad Wolf, is saying lies. Cassie's saying true.
Said that about everything I've ever said in my life.
Sue is saying false. Ali's saying true. And Elaine D is saying, I believe every word Nick ever utters. So there you go. Well, I'm saying a lie. And James, you're saying a lie, yeah?
100%.
You're both sticking with a lie.
Yep.
Sticking with it.
You sure? You can change your mind if you like.
Never change my mind.
Sticking with it.
Okay, well, in 2001, whilst out on patrol, I have never ever pulled anybody famous.
Yes.
And I mean pulled over, not like pulled.
Pulled. That was a good one. I was on the brink of going true then. Right, so we've won all.
He's a believable character, is our Nick. We know what we're dealing with now.
Right, yeah. Well, I thought
tried to make it plausible enough, you know.
Yeah. No, and after Nick said about, I've got some good stories, and I sort of said, well, come on then. I suddenly thought he's a poker player. He's a poker player. He's going to do us.
He's a very good poker player.
Yeah, right. James.
Oh,
go next. Yeah.
Okay. Let me think about a story.
We have Peter the Monkey Thrifter.
I went into a shop. No. Let's have a little think of a lovely story. I've had a couple of nice stories to tell you guys, but I think I will start with a nice one.
Quickly making
Yeah. Quick. I was late. I forgot we were doing it.
Oh, I actually have printouts of Would I Lie to You, funny enough, but my missus has left them up at home. I actually have the cards and everything. I say at home at school. She's printed and laminated for me, but classic. She goes, I completely forgot to bring them. And I was like, how dare you? Right,
come on, Pinocchio.
Okay, I'll tell you a lovely story. Did this happen, didn't it? Ooh, am I telling the truth? Ooh. I once... Yeah, go on then. Let's go with this particular scenario. I once ended up going out.
Ali's saying it's a lie already.
On a night out in Scarborough, and I bumped into a local celebrity, sadly not so famous as he should be, from Emmerdale, called Zach Dingle, and ended up having a pint with him in our local, basically at the time it's what we call like a Wetherspoons type of thing. Had a pint with him, had a photo, had a selfie, and didn't really much more happen that, but I met Zach Dingle on a night out in Scarborough when I was around about 19 years old.
What year?
Well, I'm 32, so work that one out. I'm not going to guess.
I can't do that. Tell me, what year were you 19?
Yeah. Come on.
I've no idea. I can't work out the maths, but I'm 32. I was born in 1988, and I was in Scarborough. So whatever that year is. I'm not good at maths because of my dyslexia. That's genuinely the truth.
1988 plus 19.
Mm-hmm.
Chat, tell me what that is.
1998, 1997.
2007.
2007 sounds about right, yeah. Around 2007, 2008, around about then.
Okay. So
Zach Dingle, by the way, that is.
I don't watch Emmerdale.
It's from Emmerdale.
Yeah, I know the Dingles, but are on it. But
so you say you got a selfie. So how did that work? You just held your phone out and took a snap. Was he cool with all of that? How did it work?
So I was out with my sister at the time, and it was kind of like early doors. I didn't go out drinking with the lads that much. I was at my sister, and all the girls were drinking at the bar, and they were like, "Oh, Zach Dingle, you're from ITV, blah blah blah." They were all getting photos, and then my sister said, "Oh, we should get a photo. Mum loves Emmerdale. Like, you should get a photo with Zach Dingle. Like, she always calls you one of the Dingles." And I was like, "Yeah, go on, I'll have a photo with Zach Dingle." So I had a selfie with him, and later that year we ended up getting a picture of me and Zach and my sister Kelly. We ended up getting a photo of us as a Christmas present. But at the time, it was just a case of we're on a night out. We were there. They realised he was there as Zach Dingle. And basically what happened in Scarborough, they do it's like a torchlight procession. And they were there the week before. They did the torchlight procession where that's to come down the town centre of Scarborough. And they do like the parades. And they were just there to kind of advertise the ITV and whatnot. But he happened to be around in the area, which makes sense. I'm sure you can understand Scarborough, and obviously it's filmed in that type of area as well.
Is he from there then?
I don't know if he's from there. I didn't really ask him that much. I was in Spoons at the time. Nothing too exciting. I didn't go out drinking with him after or go to an after party.
So where did you see him at the bar? You saw him at the bar?
Yeah, pretty much in Spoons. So in Scarborough, top of town, near the train station. We were in there. I was with my sister. And they're like, "Oh, there's that Dingle. Oh, from Emmerdale. We should go." Like that, all the girls were getting the photos, and my sister said we should go and get a selfie with him because Mum would absolutely love it.
He was a fairly famous guy at that point, right? Recognisable to most, would you say? I don't
100%.
know.
100%. Zach Dingle is, yeah.
He was just hanging out in Wetherspoons, loving the attention, was he?
I wouldn't say he was necessarily loving the attention, but he didn't shy away from it. Put it that way. But I wouldn't say he was necessarily like, "Can you go away?"
If you're top flight TV recognisable, you're not going to hang around in Wetherspoons unless you really want a lot of attention. That's a weird place to be hanging out.
I don't know. Johnny Vegas used to hang in there all the time, didn't he? In all fairness, Nick. So do a lot of celebs.
Was Zach Dingle at the bar with Cilla Black?
No, Cilla Black wasn't there. No,
she wasn't in your last story either.
Funny that was in McDonald's, but it goes to show you didn't listen then, did you? Funny that, isn't it?
Well, you know.
Yeah.
How tall was he? How tall was he? Was he taller than you?
He was taller than me, yeah.
Am I allowed to Google how tall he is?
Dingle.
That means nothing to me. I don't know why I asked it.
Zach Dingle. I don't even know which one Zach Dingle is.
He's the older one. He's got a beard. He's
the old fella.
He's married to Mandy he's married to Mandy Dingle. Mandy Dingle.
No, Zach Dingle's the dad.
Yes.
I think Mandy Dingle's his daughter, isn't she?
No, Mandy was his wife.
I'm thinking like a young bloke. Is this an older bloke then?
Yeah.
You're thinking of Kane. You're thinking of Kane Dingle. This is Zach Dingle.
He's the old one.
So he's had a black beard, and he looked like a farmer type of character. So when you think of someone in Spoons, it was ideal for him to be drinking in there because he looks just like a normal farmer. And he's there chilling out at the bar. And then when my sister said it, I was like, brilliant. Well, that'll be a brilliant gift for Christmas. You know, when she said, "Oh, we'll take a photo," and then when she said a Christmas gift, I was like, what a brilliant gift.
All right. Sorry, guys, but not checking the chat. Have any of you guys got any questions for Pinocchio? Mandy's. Everyone's saying he's Mandy's uncle, and someone's saying Mandy's his daughter. Someone's saying thought it was the old dude called Seth. Zach is the old boy. Mandy's his daughter. Yeah, so we've got Jilly saying false. We've got Kathy asking what is his real name.
I've got no idea what his real name is. I didn't go up to him and say
what. Didn't go up to him and say, "Excuse me, mate. I recognise you from Emmerdale, but
what's your real name?
Obviously, I don't know your real name. I don't want to be rude."
I just said I was just calling him Zach Dingle.
Just go,
can I get a selfie?
Oi, Dingle.
I'm fairly convinced this is a load of crap.
I was going to say, yeah. I was going to say it's a porky.
Oh, okay.
Cassie's saying, what was he drinking? Oh, you probably won't remember, will you?
I've got no sudden idea what he's
Laura saying it's a lie. Kathy saying you hung around with him and didn't ask his name. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Ian saying false. Sharon saying true. Lee saying false. Elaine saying it's a lie. Stu saying it's false. Ali saying it's false. Susan saying it's true. Bad Wolf is saying it's true. And Kathy saying it's a lie. Vinny's giving a thumbs down. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with. Oh dear. I think it's a lie, but I don't. Everyone's saying, Laney's saying it's a lie, Ali's saying it's a lie, Antoinette's saying it's a lie.
Wind the bobbin ups, wind the bobbin ups. Come on.
I'm gonna.
Come on.
Oh, just so I'm not copying Nick, I'm gonna say it's true, but I know it's false.
You say what you want. You don't. It doesn't
say what you want. Say what you want, mate. Honestly, if you think I'm telling a lie, you say lie. Honestly, because I want us all to be even Stevens. I don't want.
I'm gonna no. All right.
See, that was a good double bluff. See that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm happy for Nick to say false. Go on. I honestly, if you want to say false, say false. I genuinely, I want this to be whatever happens between us three stays between us three.
And 55 other people.
And everyone watching. Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to stick with a lie.
Ooh.
Well, you'd be happy to hear that me and my sister did definitely go in Scarborough and we had a cracking night out. And I remember that particular night out because I ended up going into the nightclub and throwing up, which was not the proudest moment of my life. But you'd be happy to hear that I have no recollection, and I definitely didn't meet Zach Dingle that night out. No way whatsoever. Absolute BS. Well picked, lads. And well done. Well chosen. Well done, everyone. Well done, chat.
Well done, chat. That was brilliant.
Excellent.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good one. Right. My turn. Right, here we go. Ooh, Betty.
Oh, Betty.
Betty. Right. When I moved down to be with my wife at Littlehampton, her kids went to a school down there, their primary school, and my wife was friends with a lot of the other parents, and we went to pick the kids up one day, and in the playground there was Daniel Bedingfield, the singer. And Daniel Bedingfield was in my stepchildren's playground with the other parents obviously picking the children up. It just wasn't just stood in the middle of the playground.
Classic Daniel.
Sorry, did you finish the story, or should we start?
Yeah, no, you can ask away. That was
this at the height of his fame?
It was. I think it was after.
So when?
I think it was probably talking. God, been down there 12 years. It was probably 8, 9, 10 years ago-ish. It was a while ago.
But hang on, did you meet him or just she did?
No, he was in the playground when when we were at school picking the kids up.
Did you recognise him?
Yeah, I liked his music, so I did recognise him.
8 years ago. So
I liked his music.
I did like his.
Was he singing at the time?
I liked his music.
Playground?
So I wouldn't be able to tell you who some people are because I don't listen to their music, so I don't know what they look like.
I've got no idea what Daniel looks like, but I know he's got to get through this.
Well, he has got to get through this, just like we have.
We've got to get through this. Got to get through this.
So he's there in the playground, and you're there, and your missus is there, and lots of other people. So it's just a school pickup day.
Yeah, it's just picking the kids up at the end of school.
And you and your wife went to pick up the kids?
Yeah.
Why would you both go? That.
What do you mean? Well, because
the other one's busy, or it's like, you know.
No. Because when I first moved down there, it was just what we did. We just went and picked the kids up together. Obviously, when I first moved down, it was just me and her seeing each other, and then obviously you sort of get it because you don't involve the kids straight away. But then, like, her little one used to say she wanted to take me to school to show and tell. She asked her mum, could she take me to show and tell at school? So it was just a thing that I used to do with her, really. I just used to go down there. When I first moved down, I didn't have a job, and then I got a job, and then I didn't have a job, and then I got another job. So
I agree with you, Nick, by the way. It's absolute BS, isn't it, Nick? Have you heard this?
We're working on it. So how old are the kids you're picking up at this point?
Oh, God, at that point, oh, God, she's 22 now. She must have been probably, I don't know, maybe about 7 or 8 then.
Oh, you're just picking up one child?
Yeah, it was just that one in that school, and then the others went to another school, middle school. Everyone's saying it's a lie. Richard, anyhow, shh. Everyone's saying it's a lie.
Yeah, we all Richard.
Were people? So he's there for what reason? To pick up his own kids?
No, he's there with some friends. He's some friends with
he
people.
Happened to tag along to school pickup for fun?
Yeah, well, he was down seeing these people, and they're famous in their own right. They've got his friends were in a religious. I think they're still going. They're in a religious rock group called Delirious. I think they're called.
That exists. Okay.
Yeah, and they lived in the manor house in Rustington, and their kids went to the school.
So he thought he'd tag along to, you know.
Oh, he's really good friend.
Hi, yes, I am.
Hi, I'm Daniel Bedingfield. I've got to get through this. I've got to get through this. I've got to get through this.
Attention in 2013 when he's a has-been,
but he's really good friends with the family, Delirious, and like he knows he's just a good family friend, I think.
Yeah, I do tag along with my good friends to pick up their kids from school all the time, to be fair.
Yeah.
Nick, I need you to come and tag along with me, by the way, childminder. One day.
It's sounding so ropey.
This is Nick. You might see him on YouTube. Come on. I'm sure the childminder will be absolutely blessed to see you, Nick.
It's not. I've never heard of someone. What are you doing? I'm popping out to go and get the kids. You want to tag along? Is this done? People don't do that.
Yeah, but I don't know whether they were called in for the day or whatever. But like I say, he's a good family friend of theirs, and I don't know. Maybe he was down recording or something. I don't know.
You don't tag along to pick up kids from school. I don't think that's something you do.
No.
I could easily be wrong, but I'm. It's pretty obvious where I'm going on this.
I'm going to be honest. The reason why I've not asked you any questions, I've never heard so much BS in my life. I'm backing well out of this. When I heard you going friends and groups and Daniel Bedingfield, the fact that it's Daniel Bedingfield out of all randomness, yeah, you're all right. I'll take a round check on that one. It's definitely a lie. I'm going to put my vote in. I'm not even going to second guess it's a lie.
All right, so let's have a look. Sue's saying false. Oh, Kathy's saying Delirious stopped in 2009. Did they? I thought they were still going. Sue's saying no. Cassie's saying true. Sharon's saying false. Chris is saying false. Ian's saying false. Everyone's saying it's a lie.
Got a couple of truths coming in.
Except Andrea's saying it's true.
What?
So there. Right. Okay, so you both think I'm lying. It's not very nice of you.
Well,
right, so the kids were being collected from the school. Daniel Bedingfield was there with Delirious, whoever they are, but I wasn't there. So you've got it. I was lying about I was there. I wasn't there.
Oh,
that's awkward.
wow.
Oh, that's a wow one. Wow.
But my wife was there. She's seen him there a few times down the school.
Oh, if you'd have just tweaked that lie, we'd have, you know.
Oh,
I know.
wow.
I know.
No, tweaked it. Yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, so.
But yeah, so there you go. So yeah, he was there, but I wasn't. I never saw him. But no, she's seen him there a few times.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so there you go.
I like that.
And he is friends with Delirious. They live in a massive house down there, the Manor House in Rustington. Beautiful place. Yeah, he's good friends with them, and he did go with them to pick their children up from school.
Wow.
I should have just kept it as she saw him, but this is supposed to be stories about me.
I'm saying, if you'd have just kept it. Yeah.
This is supposed to be stories about me, so I had to get involved somewhere along the line.
I still really want to meet your mate from last week, though, who was on the embarrassing bodies and all that type of stuff.
Big Daddy. Oh, yeah, that's 100%. Daddy. He was on there, yeah. And someone in the chat knew who he was because when I showed the photo, they said he was the one with the whipped cream in the belly button. Yes, he was. Yeah, you missed that one. Right, so it's Nick's go again. So how are we doing so far? So, I think Nick, you've guessed every lie so far. I've guessed. I've had 2. You both done 3 now.
I've got 2 for 2.
Yeah, you must have 2. Yeah, we all got 2, I suppose.
I think we're all even. I don't think any of us failed yet.
I honestly thought that you were going to go true then, because I just thought I'm telling the truth. Just a little lie that I'm not there. I thought they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it.
The whole thing sounded ridiculous.
Yeah,
it did, didn't it? Daniel Bedingfield.
But actually, the only bit that's not true is the fact that I wasn't there.
I've got nothing better to do than go to some kid's school with my friends. What?
Yeah. As you do. Standard.
Crazy, isn't it?
Bless him.
But very true. So there you go.
Okay. So do you want another one from me?
Yep, let's have another one.
What I thought I'd do, you two can pick what one you want to quiz me on. I'll give you the brief outline of both, right? So I'm not selecting the order these come in, you are, right? Mm-hmm. So 1 is we had a call to remove a heckler from a comedy gig. 2, famous actress came to the Fingerprint Bureau for a tour.
If I was guessing just off that, I'm going to go heckler's false and fingerprint is true. What do you want to go for, Richard? It's your call.
Which story do you want us to discuss?
You choose one. You can choose.
I'm intrigued to talk about the famous actress of who came.
Okay. You want me to start with who it was?
Just the story, Nick. Yeah. Just the story, really.
Okay, well, the story is I was not a uniform officer for that long. I didn't fit in. So I took a transfer to civilian. So I was plainclothes. I worked in the Fingerprint Bureau in Hertfordshire headquarters for, I don't know, about maybe a year all told. Not long there. Hated it. Anyway, so that was my job. I did all sorts of stuff there. I developed the prints into photographs for evidence. I was in charge of storing all the fingerprints in this hermetically sealed, temperature-controlled room. It was awesome. And anyway, so we are now 2002, and the BBC was producing a drama, which was called I think it was just called Murder, which starred Julie Walters. And it was a very short run thing. I don't know if it didn't get picked up for another season, but it only ran for like X amount of episodes and then just vanished, right? So before it was aired, we had a call from the BBC that for one of the episodes they wanted to come up to the Fingerprint Bureau and find out lots of technical details about how it worked. For whatever the episode ended up being, they needed lots of fine detail. So they came up, and I was tasked with chaperoning her, and there was 2 producer guys as well. So there's 2 guys and Julie, and I gave them the tour for a whole day. It was virtually my whole working day.
So you gave a tour to Julie Walters
and 2 producer guys.
And did you take her into the fingerprint room?
I took them pretty much everywhere.
Okay.
What they were particularly interested in was the developing the prints into photographs, which I think was why, I don't know if they called forward and said that's a particular area we need to know, and that was my big part of my role as my job. So I don't know whether that was why I was kind of said, Nick, you'll deal with this for the day. You know what I mean? Although, to be fair, everyone bloody tagged along because they wanted to meet Julie. So everyone else was bunking off what they should have been doing. Yeah. But I showed them everything. I showed them the whole filing system, what original prints looked like, how we took prints, the whole shebang, really.
And when was this?
2002 summer.
Just after you pulled over Jamie Oliver, 2001.
No, that was late 2001, as you'll remember. That was true.
Yeah.
He's good. He's good, isn't he, Nick? He's very good.
Go on. Got any questions, James?
Yeah. So, chat. Don't forget to get involved. We definitely need your help on this one. So, Nick, I have a question. Yes. So, some odd questions. Though I'm going to ask you some odd questions. What time of day? What was she wearing? And did you have lunch together?
Wow. Right. First question, what time of day? They were there for, like I say, virtually my working day. So it would have started at about 9. And we didn't really wrap up until pretty much when I would have knocked off anyway. So yeah, whole working day. What was the next question?
So I said, what time of day? What was she wearing?
I have very little recollection of that. She wasn't wearing a skirt. It was trousers. See, police recall. Yeah, I'm good at detail. She was definitely trousers, kind of like a trouser suit thing, I want to say. I pay so little attention to fashion. That's probably as much as it was. Dark colours.
And did you have lunch was my other thing. Did you end up having lunch with?
They went off for lunch for ages as well. Actually, there was about a 2-hour hole in the middle where they all buggered off. I don't know what these lovies do, but they disappeared for lunch and came back hours later, which was fine by me.
Right. So it was just her and the 2 producers.
Yeah.
And so they weren't looking to do any filming around the station. It was
no, not at all.
They just wanted to find out.
Well, I say producers. I don't particularly know what their role is. I didn't really chat to them much at all. They, a lot of the time, weren't with me. I showed Julie around for most of this. I'm calling them producers because they were obviously not actors, and they were asking, like the rest of the team, loads and loads of detailed stuff. I was more kind of chaperoning Julie for most of the day. They might not have been actual producers. I don't know. That's the term I came up with. They might have been one of them. One of them could have been a writer, to be fair. I don't know. I have very little interaction with them too.
Right. Okay. So if you wasn't married, I'd be asking you, did you take down her particulars?
No. She was absolutely. You know what you imagine?
She's
Julie
supposed to be really nice, bubbly lady.
Really funny. Put me at ease instantly. Yeah. Loved her. By the end of the day, yeah, great.
Right. And because you met her and you know she's really nice, does that make you like her films more?
Yeah, it's funny when you see her on telly. It's like that's Julie. Julie. Yeah.
Julie. So it's on first name terms with her, everybody. Right. So. And he's not sure now.
I bet Nick calls her Majulie. We didn't get quite that close.
Yeah, he knows her so well, he calls her Majulie. Oh, Ian saying true. Elaine's saying she still can't think of Nick lying. Do you exchange Christmas cards? Chris is saying true. Aaron's saying true. Oh, I don't know. Any more questions, James?
I'm pretty much made up, mate. I've kind of made my decision.
Have you?
Ooh, he's not telling. He's leaving it up to you.
Yeah, he is. He's leaving it to me.
I can tell you if you want me
do
to go.
Do you want me to go first? Because otherwise it seems like I'm copying everybody else.
No, I can go first, Richard. I'm happy to go.
Are you sure?
Right. Yeah, 100%. I feel that Nick has been giving us loads of great information. He's been very confident with this. He's been banging the drum that he met this and this, that, and da. It's absolutely false, mate.
Yeah.
I know a liar.
That's not very nice.
No, but Nick's such a genuine person. I know when he's lying.
Poker face.
I need one of these, don't I?
Yeah, you need to wear the glasses like this, Nick. You need to go like this.
Nick, was you with Andrea at the time?
Yes.
Because I don't think she'll be happy with you taking Julie in every room, you naughty boy. I don't think that's quite what he meant, Vinny, but you never know. Right, so we got false as Nick's put in. Oh, Dave Repairs is saying false as Nick's putting a lot of effort into this. Yeah, I'm thinking there's a lot of information. There's a lot of information coming into it. Village Restoration thinks it's true. Got Lee thinks it's false. Ashley thinks it's true-ish. Sean thinks it's true. Cassie takes one to no one, James. There you go. Let's see. Have some of that.
Straight from PC to Civvy Street. That's exactly how it went. I did have to go to an interview, though.
Yep.
There was a very, very small gap in between. But they didn't want to... I'm not trying to blame you on trumpet. They didn't want to lose me after all that training. And that was the only role that I thought would suit me. So, yeah, it's pretty much straight from one to the other.
See, James is going false. And I think there was a lot of information, and I don't know, he was given a lot of information to probably skew us the other way. But I am going to say I'm gonna go with true. I'm gonna go with true.
We've got one each.
Jilly's saying false. There was a lot of information. I think maybe you were giving so much information because you want me to go off the false route. But I'm gonna say true.
One of us is right.
Yeah.
One of you is right. Yeah.
That's true.
Well, yeah, the series was really good. Murder in 2002. I don't know if anyone in the chat remembers it. Julie Waters was amazing. I was really upset that it didn't carry on for another series. But I've never met Julie Waters in my life.
I knew I should have gone false. Oh, go on, Julie.
I love you, Nick. We've only just met. But
God.
I think this is a start of a beautiful friendship.
Where we know that we're each lying through the skin of our teeth.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
But I picked up that Nick lies like I do. He tells a lot of information.
Yeah, but I thought he was giving more information that time because there was a lot of info, and I thought he's giving more info. He's trying to get me to say false, so I'm going to go.
I've got to say respect to Nick, though. If you look at the chat, everyone was going true. I'd say that was a 90% truer. So fair play.
There was a lot of true in that. It's a real series. It was fun to make that one up.
Cool, there you go. It's Andrea's saying it's scary how good Nick is at lying.
I should have been an actor.
Oh God.
Okay.
And Ian's saying, Nick, you are actually a reseller. Are you actually a reseller? Sorry,
no,
are you actually a reseller?
Everyone knows this is just for YouTube, you idiot.
Yeah, it's all for views. It's all for views.
What? Boot sell who?
I just do reselling for the YouTube millions. That's all it is.
Right,
Story.
James.
I'm going to keep it short on this one. I once met Stan Lee. There you go. And if you don't know who Stan Lee is, he's the guy who created Marvel Comics. Just so you know. And sadly, he's not with us. Just so you know.
No,
So,
he's not.
A lot of respect, Stanley.
He did a cameo in the end of every of the film, or one of every of the films, didn't he?
Pretty
Always
much, yeah.
cameoed. Yeah.
Can I just say, Aaron Googled the TV show and it all checked out, so he thought it was true.
Don't Google stuff. Just look at Nick. Genuinely look at Nick. Look at Nick and read Nick. That's how you do this game.
Just look at Nick and say, lie. Honestly, went for that one.
So I once met Stan Lee.
Yeah.
There you go.
In what capacity? Was it a meet and greet thing?
Yes. It was a Comic-Con.
Okay, so where? London, Manchester, what one?
Yeah, London Comic-Con.
What year?
Now you're asking. I don't want to get it wrong, but if I was stabbing a guess, I've been up here 3 years, so that brings us down to 19, 18, 17, 16. Maybe 2015, if I was guessing. 2015 or 2014, I would say.
Definitely it wasn't 2013, because I was there in 2013.
Round about then.
Okay.
With Mr. Blessed and Sam Jones, so they weren't there then.
It wasn't in the the arena you were in. It was in the one that's now Flats, whatever it's called. Is it London?
Oh, okay.
Or whatever it was the old one that's now Block of Flats.
Okay.
So you paid to meet him?
Yeah, I paid to meet him.
What did you get as part of that meet and greet? A photo or just a signature? What?
A photo. It was quite bim bam bosh because it's Stan Lee. He's got a lot of security with him. It was just get a photo, sell out to him, and then you've got a memory, really, a nice photo with him.
So you're a big fan, would you say?
If I'm being really honest, Nick, probably back then maybe not as big a fan as I am now, but I am much more of a fan now than I was then, really. I didn't realise how big a deal he was and how much meeting him would mean to me and how that was going to impact my life.
What did you take for him to sign?
I didn't take anything to sign. I just wanted to.
So you get sign my tits like that.
Yeah, sign my underpants.
Well, when you go to a Comic-Con, you get two options. You can either go through. You pay for different packages, so you can, you can go there to watch a VIP talk. You can go there for X, Y, and Z. So you can go there to sign a photo. This particular package, I paid to get a photo with him. So it was more just going. I've met him. I've had a photo, and then we can keep this.
So the story is you paid to meet a celebrity at a Comic-Con. It's not much of a story. No. The actual story is very plausible. I'm sure you can. I know this is so mundane almost. It's like what? You and another 1,000 people that day went hello. Yeah. Might say hello, Stanley. Yeah. How did he come across? Was he affable, nice? Was he bored, crapless, and wanted to get you out the door? Genuinely, probably the nicest celebrity I've ever met in my life. I said to him, "Thank you very much for coming." He said, "No, thank you for coming." And I was dressed in, and this was 2 years or a year before the Deadpool film came out, and I was dressed in a full Deadpool outfit. And he said, "Thank you very much for coming." He really appreciated that I was wearing one of his characters that he created. He appreciated what I was wearing, and he said, "No, thank you for coming." And I had the photo, and after I went, wow, that was just amazing. You were in a full Deadpool outfit? Yeah, apart from the face. Okay. I took the mask off.
We saw a photo last week, Nick. I don't know whether you saw the one from last week. We've seen him in, if he got his bodysuit, his Deadpool bodysuit, and he had everything else of Deadpool, and his red boxer shorts. So, yeah. He dresses up. How long was the wait to get in? Or did you have a time slot? How did it work?
Time slot, bang on, right, Nick. So basically, I think it was like you either went there 12:30 to 1.
I should stop feeding him lines. He's just agreeing with me. I'm doing this wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. You keep feeding me, Nick. I like being fed.
Totally plausible. Why would you make that up? It's kind of, no disrespect, but it's kind of dull. Why would you make that up? because we're
I'm,
then
I'm
gonna
not. I'm not. I'm not making it up. That's the whole point. I'm telling
no,
you.
I'm just thinking through the options there. You might have made it up.
No. Why would a makeup make meeting Stanley? Like who else has met Stanley in the chat? Come on. We all have, haven't we?
What, everybody? Jesus.
Everyone's met Stanley, haven't they?
I haven't met Stanley.
I suppose the question you want to be asking yourself, Nick, is how often does Stan Lee, a guy who's in his 90s, who's now passed away, how often did he actually come to the UK? Why did he come to the UK? And did he go to a San Diego Comic Con? Was he really going to a London Comic Con?
Did you see anyone else?
No, just Stan. Oh, well, I obviously saw my friends and everyone I meet on a regular basis, but just Stan Lee.
Who else was at that Comic Con though?
Loads of Game of Thrones, loads of Walking Deaders, you know.
Yeah, they go to all of them.
But Stan Lee was the one. It's a bit like a Comic Con. They pay for that one person, so you know, like the one that you went with Brian. I think back then, you know, they have the one or two. I think it's Flash Gordon. Obviously, was quite a big character. That one that me and you went to. It was like Stanley was that one. I went to one whereabouts it was Princess Leia, and then I went to one whereabouts it was Doc and Marty McFly. You know, they normally get one or two big ones that stand out, and then you get your C class and your D class celebrities.
So Rich, you've been to a Comic Con. You two have been together to a Comic Con.
No, we found out after talking, meeting through thing, that we were at the same one because I was there with my brother and Brian Blessed and Sam Jones, and we were in the green room, and James was there as a visitor. So yeah, so we've got Sue saying true. We've got look, Dave saying he met Stanley. Whether that's Stanley or Stanley, I don't know. Just some bloke called Stanley.
I met some guy called Stanley.
Stu saying true. Mandy said her dad was called Stanley.
My sister's cat is called Stanley.
It's disappointing as a security would not let us fans talk to them, just autographs. PvP saying. I'm gonna, because I think it's a bit too obvious. I'm just gonna go with a lie. To be honest, I'm gonna say a lie. Laura's saying a lie.
Yeah, come on, chat. That's what you think.
Susan Bad Wolf is saying true.
I was convinced last time that I'd nailed it, and I did, but this time I've got so little to go on.
It's like it could go either way, couldn't it? Really, it's like
you said it's a lie, Rich.
I'm saying it's a lie.
It still seems so mundane to make up. I'm going to go with true. We'll just go with true. I'm so on the fence on this, honestly. So I'll go the opposite of you. We'll go true.
Okay, so one of you is right. Give me a second. Let me come back in a second.
Oh, he's going to go and get a picture now of him with Stan Lee. God almighty, how have I lost again? That's what he's going to do. He's going to go and get a picture of him with Stan Lee. I know he's going to do it. He's done it last time with Johnny Vegas.
He might not yet.
That's bad. Oh,
he is.
Sorry. I'd have a scratch off.
Where's the Stan Lee photo then? Oh, you... God, I'm rubbish at this.
Wow.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
He looks pretty old there. So he was in his, 70s, 80s at that point?
Yeah, 2 years after, I think he passed away after that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That was that was the last year he ever came into the UK.
That is a nice photo to have, I've got to admit. It is a nice photo.
That's a great picture, yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
My missus thought it was my granddad when she first started dating me and she saw that.
Wow, that's cool. Oh, jeez. I can't believe I got 2 wrong. Last 2 I've got wrong now. I was doing so well. It was going so well. Right. Is it my turn again?
Just so you know, guys, the reason why I brought that up is because I like a bit of show and tell. I like to brag that I met the man. But
I thought, because I know you're into Marvel and I know all that, and I thought it's something you would have wanted to have done, but you didn't get to do, but you're saying you did. And I don't know, I'm rubbish. Right, so, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Right. When I was about 21, I think, I was still not great with heights. Can't bear heights. a mad Irish friend of mine got me to do a skydive for charity, to do a parachute jump. And on this parachute jump, there was a few of us in the plane, and this, I think it was an Indian girl in front of me, she jumped out, and I jumped out after her, but she was so, there was nothing of her, and I actually overtook her on the way down. I landed before her, but I was so scared of heights, and I don't know how it happened. I overtook her on the way down. I landed before her, and I loved it so much I went up again and done it again straight away. That was it. And I'm scared of heights.
Are you solo or tandem on this?
No,
jump?
it was solo.
How many jumps have you done before that?
None.
You did a solo jump as your first jump.
Yeah.
Well, Nick, I'm smelling it. Are you smelling that?
That doesn't happen, does it? I don't know. Am I being daft?
No, it does happen.
It's like, do you want to
You can do a
out of this plane.
Yeah, because you do your training, but then what you do is they do all your training and bits. It's only if you go up to a certain height you have to, like, if you haven't jumped before, you have to do a tandem, so you have to be strapped to someone. Whereas when I did it, you were hooked behind the pilot seat, and you jumped out on your own, totally on your own. Never done it before. I was absolutely shit scared of heights, frit to death of them. But I did it.
And they were fine for you to go, oh, I loved that. Start the plane, we're going up again. I mean, that.
Yeah.
Boys, will you go again? You
don't go straight up. What you do is you go and pay for another jump, and then we just went into the cafe and had some food.
As you do, Nick. As you do.
Those slots would all be booked up way in advance. You can't just let me tag along. Surely, I mean, this is a very regimented. You're jumping out of airplanes here. It's not like, oh, can I have an ice cream? It's like,
yeah, but you book your jumps. The plane can go up as many times as it wants.
Right. What type of airplane were you in?
Oh God, I don't know. Do you know what? When I first went in it, I hadn't even ever been in an aeroplane. It wasn't a Cessna. It was a bit bigger than a Cessna, and it had like the because obviously Cessna you get in at the front. I don't know. They jump out on the wing and that, but this had like a big door in the middle of it, and like I think there was 5 of us all hooked up, and as you shuffle forward, there's obviously someone there that makes sure you're all hooked on before you go, and then about 5 of us I think that was in the plane. And I got straight on the ground. I loved it so much because once the chute opens, it's amazing. Don't matter if you're scared of heights or not. Landed, said I wanted to do it again, and booked another jump immediately. And didn't go up straight away, but I went up twice in the same day. I'd never even taken off in a plane before.
Sharon was saying, were you strapped to Daniel Bedingfield when you did this?
No. I was strapped to Cilla Black.
Oh, good.
What? Oh, you set me off with this. What age were you, sorry, when you did this?
I was about 21, so it was a few years ago.
Where did you used to go on holiday?
If you're talking in Andrew's years, it was about 4 years ago.
So in your teenage years, where would you holiday? Just
where would I go on holiday when I was 21?
The family.
When I was 19, I took on 4 of someone else's kids and then toured me home with an older woman. We used to go to holiday to Isle of Wight a lot. Been to Spain and done a family thing.
So you've been to Spain in a boat then?
No, hang on, let me think.
Because this was the first time you've been in a plane.
No, it was the first time we went to Spain after the plane. Yeah, you're confusing me now because you're saying where did we holiday? We holidayed. Obviously Isle of Wight was a lot of it. Took my granddad there. He loved it before he died. And then it was after that because I had an accident at work. Yeah, so it was after that we went to Spain. But yeah, I'd never taken off before.
No foreign holidays right up until your, what did you say, 20s? You jumped out.
I was 20s, yeah. I was 19 when I met my daughter's mum, my two daughters' mum. I was with her for 10 years or something. Brought up, she had 4 kids already. Brought them up, had 2 of my own with her. So I worked at a glass warehouse, and some mad Irishman I worked with, he used to do it. He used to go and skydive, and he asked me to go with him. So I did the first one for charity, jumped out, got down, loved it, went back up like a crazy fool. Not that I don't think I'd ever do it again now, but I did sort of go after that as well. I did 2 that day, but I did go another 2 or 3 times after that.
How much did you pay for the second one?
I think the first one, because you're talking back in the 90s, it was if I remember rightly, the first one was £80, and then if you did another jump that day, it was something like £25. And then because I'd already jumped previous, it was cheaper. I can't remember how much it was for the times after that we went. But I remember the first one was for charity, and it was £80 because you have to have all the training and everything.
And the charity was?
I can't even remember what the charity was now. I couldn't tell you what the charity was.
I like that, Nick. That was very good, Nick.
It means enough for you. This charity that means enough for you to jump out of a plane.
Yeah, but I was talked into it. It was probably cancer or something.
That great charity, yeah, that charity that was.
I couldn't tell you what one I did it for. I couldn't tell you what one I did it for. I just did
hair growth.
I feel like that would stick in your mind a little bit.
It was 20 odd years ago. I've fractured my skull a few times and had meningitis since then. My memory's shocking.
It's like he's laying it on thick. It's like.
Is this trying to make it sound like a lie now? I don't know. I'm overthinking stuff now. This is bad.
Welcome, Nick. Welcome to Would I Lie to You?
I feel like David Mitchell when he has a meltdown. Yeah. It's like, I don't know anymore. This is a game.
Yeah, it's easy to watch this in the chat and go, but when you're actually doing this, you now know that you've not failed one wrong yet. So
Sharon saying I'll sit on a throne of lies. Dave saying,
well,
20 years ago, more like 30. I said in the 90s, that was 30 years ago.
So much of this screams false. You're being pretty vague about some stuff, as if you're kind of trying to make it sound false.
No, I just can't remember what the charity was. It would have been a kid charity or cancer charity. I say I was talked into it. I didn't want to do it, and this mad Irishman got me to do it.
So how did you raise the funds? You went around with a form to people.
Yeah, just a sponsorship form. So I paid the £80 for the jump, and then the charity just went around with a form and people sponsored me.
I can't get away from false on this. I might kick myself, but I think you're making it up.
Okay. Ali thinks it's true. Chris Tyler thinks it's a lie. Jilly thinks it's a lie. Sean's saying 90s is 30 years ago. That's what I said, 30 years ago. I didn't say 20 years ago, it's 30s.
I think you jumped out of planes and stuff. It's to just all loved it. Let's have another one. Just doesn't ring true to me. Maybe that's how they do it.
Richard, have a quick question. Was this in the UK, was it?
Yeah. Actually, it was not far from where I live now.
What, Shoreham, was it? Or?
No, it was Goodwood.
Goodwood. I haven't asked many questions, but that's intentional because I just wanted to listen to you more than anything. Oh, Richard, you are a cheeky monkey.
It is plausible. It just sounds all very haphazard. And
you've forgotten about the poor little Indian girl I overtook on the way down because I was heavier than her.
Oh yeah, I did forget about that.
And actually, she landed badly as well. So she sort of landed wrong because you're supposed to put your legs together and roll, and she landed wrong and actually went over onto her head.
I agree with you, Nick. I think right from the beginning, I think the issue is that I agree with you. I'm sure you cannot do your first jump out without being with someone. I think you have to at least do, I think it's like 3 or 4 jumps before that can happen. And I agree with your logic on that. But obviously, it was the 90s. I kind of
Elaine,
get.
what's that Elaine saying? Richie was responsible for 6 kids and you spent £80 on the plane. Yeah, my kids didn't go without. They had what they wanted. I worked for
I'm happy to go first, Nick. If you want me to, I'm always.
I'm going to stick with my gut and stay false. So I'm there, and I don't think I'm changing it.
I'm going false. I'm going false as well, Richard. I'd love for it to be true, mate. And if it is, fair play to you. You deserve every last bit of it. But I'm going false.
Cards on the table.
Yeah, all in.
If she landed badly, then what? You would be focusing on her health. It's it's true.
Oh, Richard, you are nasty.
Oh, man,
you nasty man.
It's true, 100% true. It was they used to have in the middle of Goodwood. They used to have a skydiving club called the Flying Tigers. They had a lovely little cafeteria there, which is where we went and had our little sausage, beans, and an egg while we waited for the next jump. Yeah, and I was scared of heights, and we went straight back up again. It took off in the middle of Goodwood because you got all the racing round there and all that Goodwood track, and they used to take it off in the middle of the thing. I'd never taken off in a plane before, never ever flown.
Wow,
yeah. See that's when you lost me. I'd never flown as well. It's like who gets to that age?
I'd never ever flown, and the jump instructor said to me, he said literally, when you got in the plane, you were fine. He said as soon as you felt the plane leave the ground, he said you went as white as a sheet. He said, but then when you exited the plane, because like obviously we're all sat in the plane like in between each other's legs, so and then you shuffle forward when it's your turn. You make sure you're hooked onto the little ring behind the pilot seat. And he said when you exited the plane, he said you were perfect. He said no problems at all. Looked up, checked the risers, everything was perfect.
Fair play. You got me.
You got me there as well. You got me as well, Richard. Fair play, mate. Fair play. It was the fact that you didn't go with someone, because I felt like that was something you have to do nowadays.
Maybe now, I don't know, but like in them days, because nowadays they all use square chutes, but back in the 90s we just had the round chutes, like the normal round chute.
They didn't care back then. We only lose one a week.
Exactly. It's not like
go back up.
It's not like you could flare the risers, like the handles. You couldn't flare the risers and land like they do where they just step onto the ground. It was literally like you're in the army. You had to, because you get a thing called ground rush. When you're coming down and you're closer to the ground, it looks like the ground's coming up a lot faster. So people start panicking. So you have to keep your legs limped together. And as soon as they touch the ground, you have to roll to the side. Yeah, it's awesome. What an amazing experience, though.
Wow, mate. Fair play, mate. I'm very impressed.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Well done. Yeah, I failed at grilling the suspect. I'd made up my mind so early.
Thanks, Ian. Yeah, Constable Nick. Yeah, I'm actually shocked that I got you on that one, because I thought you just. There you go. It was all true. The Flying Tigers. Yeah, so there you go. So I think we're all leaving Stevens now, aren't we, again?
I've got one wrong.
I'm not keeping up. Well, I got that wrong.
Yeah.
I've got all the rest of them right, but one. I've got one wrong.
So how many have we done each now? 2?
I've done 2, certainly.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, I've done 2.
Yeah.
Right. Do you want to do another one?
I can go again. Yeah.
Let's go.
So my synopsis, I already gave you the brief synopsis. I was on a call out to remove a heckler from a comedy gig. Yeah, you can fire away on that.
Richard. Psst,
What?
Richard.
What?
He's told 2 lies, so obviously we think this might be truth already. Okay.
I was trying to remember what the last one was. Right. So where did they send you to go and deal with this heckler?
It was the Auburn Arena. I think that's what they called it then. It might be called something else now, but
Right.
it's a venue. It's a small venue. It's like a theatre, really, but they have all sorts of stuff there. I've been to see Alan Davis there actually, not that long ago.
Oh wow!
I liked Alan Davis when he did. What was that detective program he did?
Jonathan Creek, love it.
Yes, I love Jonathan Creek.
I love Jonathan Creek.
That's
Yeah,
good.
I got this. Isn't the story,
James,
I got
you
him
just
to
love
sign.
Jonathan Creek.
I got him to sign a book when I went and saw Alan. It was awesome.
Oh, did you?
Wow!
Yeah.
Cool. Right. So, what show was going on when you went and to see this heckler? What was he heckling?
Right. It was a comedy event, but it had, I think it was 3 comics. It wasn't a one-man show. But the person of note that makes this a noteworthy story, apart from what ensued, was that it was Russell Brand. And this
was the comedian being heckled?
Yeah. He was on stage when I got there.
That's believable. That's believable. I'm sure a lot of people heckle Russell Brand. Don't know, James. Any questions in the chat?
I just saw PvP. Did you cuff them? We didn't have to cuff him. I can go into what happened maybe in a bit, but we didn't cuff the man.
Ashley saying, did you arrest him? Did you arrest them?
We basically threatened to arrest him several times. It really wasn't worth the paperwork with this idiot to actually arrest him. We could have arrested him and de-arrested him, but he was plastered for a start, but we didn't actually arrest him. We threatened him with everything to try and get some sense into him, but no.
Did they stop the show when you went to go in and arrest him, or did they just carry on as normal?
Audience all there. Russell sat on the edge of the stage, enjoying it like you wouldn't believe, and a very pissed man.
Jilly saying she was an event steward, and they just chucked them out.
Oh, they tried. There was 2 guys, 2 bouncer guys. He was not in the middle of the crowd, but it was a mess. Yeah, there was 2 guys who, to be fair, were tiny. I don't know if they referred to themselves as bouncers, but they were getting nowhere. So we were called. Just as a note, this place is within walking distance of the police station. I walked to the call.
Oh right. Oh, well, that's right.
How did the call come in then? So this is obviously a comedy gig. Who called you? Was it like the events or
the manager? I don't know who called. We don't get the call. I don't pick up a phone at a police station. We were called on the radio, but everything's done centrally with calls.
It just seems a little bit odd that, you know, if I went to a Jimmy Carr concert as an example, you know, they'd have their own security, they'd have their own people.
They were useless.
How did it even get to the event that the police need to get involved in? Why?
That's what Susan's saying. Why did they want the heckler removed? What was he doing that was so bad?
He was abusive. He was violent. He was threatening. Was effectively what we got told before we turned up. So it was the violent, threatening. So we had to attend.
Okay. Yeah. And you didn't end up arresting him.
No.
You just left.
We could have done. We could have arrested him on affray or breach of the peace, but we didn't.
Yeah, I could see Russell loving it as well. Yeah. I don't know. Any more questions? Any questions?
I had no idea who Russell Brand really was at that point. Yeah. I only kind of after that, when he became big, was like, that was that bloke.
Yeah. This is why you buy a ticket. You don't like the comic. Weird. Yeah.
How did you get him out? How did you get him out? We manhandled him. We dragged him by his arms. He wasn't on the floor. Through that, you imagine, you know, like a cinema, those. We had to drag him by his arms. I doubt he remembers any of it, to be honest. We took him home. We got ID off him and took him home.
How did you what? Did you walk him back to the station?
You would be allowed to do now. I don't think you'd be allowed to do it that way now.
How did you get him home if you didn't have a car with you?
No, we called a van. We called one of the typical police vans.
Mum, you can't say things like that. Can't make me out to be a big softie. Can't be proud of me. Got to say, boo.
She said proud of you, boy. I think she's talking about me, by the way.
Oh, proud of my boy.
Thank you. That's me. That's me.
The audience went crazy. When we turned up, we got a round of applause.
Yeah. People like to watch that sort of stuff. Too much paperwork, Nick, to arrest, I guess. Yes, PvP?
100%. I think things have changed a lot since then, but the amount of paperwork it involved with one arrest. It was a huge sway on, do you want to arrest this guy? Do you want to deal with that? Yeah.
Yeah. Chris Tyler saying true. Oh God, no, Sharon. Don't fire her up. Sean saying it's true. Right. I am right, so are we ready, or do we want any more questions? Any more questions from the chat?
I was already made it before.
Laura saying true. Laura saying true. Right. Well, I'm going to say on this occasion, I'm going to say it's true.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Only through, regardless. I've kind of half even listened to the story.
Even Susan saying true.
Nick's come on to Would I Lie to You, and from a denomination of two falses and one truth, I'm going with truth all day.
You're both saying true? Did you?
I'm saying I'm saying true, because I think the bit about Russell Brand sitting on the edge of the stage and loving it.
Yeah,
I think it's 100% true.
Well, you're right. I mean, nobody would come on a show like this and make up 3 stories.
Here he is. Here he is. Here he is. Oh no.
That would be ridiculous.
Oh, Nick, I despise.
Now, when I was a police officer, it was very, very eventful, I must say. But I never met anybody famous while I was a police officer. None of this ever happened. He never played the Auburn Arena. I made the whole thing.
You're good.
Oh, Nick.
You are good.
And I knew you would both automatically think it was.
Oh, Nicky.
I didn't think it was true because you had already told 2 porkies. I just thought it was true because it sounded plausible. It just sounded plausible.
I'll be honest with you. I went through logic. I always try and look at things logically. And you know what, Nick? Fair play. You outplayed us. You were very good.
That was nearly as good as my parachute jump.
The seed was sown when I spoke to you, Rich, 2 weeks ago in your side chat and said, "Oh, I've got some good stories from my police days." So you knew I had at least one. I don't have any. Don't have any.
oh God, we know that if he comes on again. We know he's got no good police stories. No. Oh, James, right, your turn. Ooh. Oh, Sean saying, feck. No.
Very good.
Ali's on a roll tonight, but Ali, you always seem to get them right. I should just copy what you. I should just watch what you say and just copy it.
Ali started off I think getting them all wrong, and then she's literally just gone. She's sussed it.
Yeah,
she's cracked the code.
See, I know. I've seen Jimmy Carr take down hecklers.
Yeah,
I've seen him take down hecklers. He just loves it. He just He's like he just tears them apart.
It's brutal.
Oh dear. Well played. Well played.
Fair play, Nick. Fair play. You did really well. I was kind of like, regardless, I didn't even want to listen to the story. I was like, I was like, you are right, Nick. You literally are bang on right. If this was a Sherlock Holmes, you played it right. You did say in the chat that you had some stories, and I was like, that is some stories, and it's all that played to me to make that decision. You are bang on right. Yeah. So fair play, mate. If that was a poker game, you've won it. The long run, fair play on that one.
You'd make a great dodgy copper.
The thing is, I wish I had some great stories, but it was mostly dull. All stories I can't share because you can't.
Or you double bluffing for when you come on next time and you do it to us.
So he did. He said in the side chat, I've got some great stories from when I was a copper. I thought, perfect.
Yeah.
How wrong was I?
One has to be true. One has to be true, right? Come on.
I just thought, there's no way he's going to say 3 lies. No way.
So,
right. Come on, James.
So I once went to a professional darts tournament, which was like the British Tour, and it was filmed on Sky, live. It was live on TV filming, and for the first time in, I would say, 10 years, When the adverts kicked in, so it was like half time or whatever it was, or the change over the boards, I was stood up cheering, because you go da 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 da, oi oi oi, literally just behind me, which went on Sky TV, the biggest kickoff ever, the rivalries, the massive fight happened, and the biggest fight happened, and I didn't even realise what was going on. I was that drunk that my brother pulled me back to make sure I was safe, pulled me away from it, and it was just happened behind me, and it was all filmed on Sky. So long and short of it, I was at a professional darts competition. It was live filmed on Sky. As the adverts came in, when we're all dancing, and then one of the biggest fights that happened in dart competitions in 10 years happened right behind me, literally right behind me.
But was you caught on film with all this going on behind you?
Oh yeah, I was. You could see me doing this, not necessarily just my face, but you could see this. They normally panel from the. So you had Phil Taylor, who's called the Power Taylor, on the stage, and they're all doing this. It's halftime, and it's going do 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 do, and they're showing the audience, and I'm going like this, coming across, showing everyone, and then the biggest literally at halftime, they all jumped up at the two tables behind us. This table here and this table here had a big fight, and I was stood my back. I didn't realize what was going on because I was just going absolutely drunk as anything, no idea what I was doing. And then the biggest fight happened just behind me, which hadn't happened in 10 years.
So how many of these darts events had you attended up to this point?
This is the first time I've ever gone to a live darts thing whatsoever.
And who was playing?
It's not playing. It was like, I couldn't tell you the darts players, I'll be honest with you, Nick. I'm not the biggest darter, but you had Phil Taylor. There was a guy from Lancashire called Wolfie or something like that. And when it was happening, Phil Taylor, you could tell it was cut because it shows you have the TVs around the room. So when it was going like Sky Sports and whatever, he's on the stage because the bouncers are breaking it up, and he's on the stage. And I thought, what we all laughed about, rather than going, can you break it up? He was on the stage going, give it lads. He's encouraging it, trying to get them all to fight each other.
Laura saying false, Julie saying true.
So you mentioned before that it's as if it's a given, rival teams support. So this is the supporters of those two particular players hate each other enough to kick off at each other.
I don't know if they were rival teams, because with darters, you go there and you watch. There was a good 7 to 8 round different darters. So basically, what happens in the UK is they normally tour through. I think we're in Blackpool at the time, but normally like Blackburn, Blackpool, Manchester, whatever. They'll do like a knockout tournament of like the best British dart throwers, and it goes on Skies, so you'll see it whereabouts you'll get all the English darters, and they're all throwing the darts and whatnot. And basically, I just went there because I used to live down south in Worthing at the time. And brother said, "Do you want to come up for a piss up? Do you want to come up for a couple of drinks? Let's go and have a good night out." My mate Fran, he's got us tickets to the darts. It's 40 quid entry, and we're just going to get drunk, basically. I'm just having a good time, enjoying life as you do. I've had a lot of jugs, because when you're at the tables, they basically bring you jugs because you order it and they drop it off at the table. I'm in my early 20s. I've maybe not had I wasn't necessarily good on the drink. I'm not good on the drink anyway in general, but I've had quite a bit to drink. And my brother's protected me, put his arm out, and this big fight's happened. And he's just done my brother thing. He's protected me, and you can see it on TV like as if it's daylight. My brother's puts his back, and right behind me there's a big fight that's happened. Whether or not it was because of rivalry, or whether it was just stupidity, but a genuine fight happened whereabouts people were having a big breakout.
Or maybe just booze.
Oh, booze. Yeah, I've no idea why they had a big fight, but it was a serious fight. And in darting, it's not. You don't not watch darting and see kickoffs. If you see what I'm saying, it's not like rugby or football. It's notorious. That's quite. It's not an exciting game, is it? Let's be fair. When was the last time you watched a big boxing match or a kickoff into that? That's what I'm saying. It hadn't happened in a good, comfortable 10 years.
What was the venue?
I think it was I think it's Blackpool. I think we were at.
You think you were at Blackpool?
Yeah,
or the city.
I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to get it wrong, Nick, if I'm being honest. I think it was Blackpool whereabouts we went.
And how long ago was this?
A good 10 years plus ago. But I genuinely don't want to falsify information.
So
But I think
you've been doing that all night.
About 10, 12 years ago, you can't remember where you travelled to. That's a long trip to be going somewhere
especially
up north.
from Worthing up north.
I'll be honest. I made a lot of trips up north. I made stag do trips in Manchester. I made stuff in for Comic Cons all the time. I at the end of the day, for me, it's just up north.
But you would have regaled this story to friends, family, whatever, and it'll be in your mind where you were. You're saying it like I might have been in Brighton, and was it? I don't know.
I wasn't in Brighton. I was in Blackpool.
Blackpool, yeah, nearly got in there. I don't know. Have you been to the darts since this happened?
No, but I did mention to my brother not so long ago, prior to COVID, that we should go to the darts again, and he said it's got a lot more expensive from when we last did it.
I know there's a lot of booze flowing at these darts matches with the
You
players.
sat on these long tables basically, and then you just get drink. You can get drinks ordered to you. It's kind of like a table service to a degree, and they come in pitchers. So like you'll get 10 pints in a pitchers, and then that's all that's basically happened. I was slaughtered, and it happened literally right behind me. A massive kickoff.
How do you know you were on Sky TV?
Funny enough, because they were all filming, and I put a message on. I was dating a girl called Lindsay at the time, and I said, "Will you marry me?" as a joke. And were you on Sky TV? Because when she was watching it live, she said, "Are you been asking me to marry you?" And I said, "No, I'm not asking you to marry you. I said it as a joke." But you used to put messages on at half time, and I used to say all sorts. I put like CUFC, Carlisle United to win League One, all this joke. I put loads of stuff on.
So you're saying that you went up there and you held up a thing asking your girlfriend Lindsay to marry you?
Yeah, all sorts
as a joke.
But if you're doing that, how could you be doing that?
No, because I hate to break the news to you. There's more than one advert. The whole point is there's like something like 10 rounds of darters. So every single time they finish the first, so you'll basically play so many games, and then you'll get. So say Bill and Ben come out to play the first round of darts. They'll play their game, and then it'll go advert. And then Bob and Jill will come out, and then they'll play their game, and then it's adverts. So every time the adverts happen, you'll get the big guys with the cameras. They'll hold them, and they'll come up to you, and then they'll get the crowd one that comes across. And then if you hold your card up front, sometimes they might film you doing it. So you write a message on your card on the table. So I put like, "Will you marry me?" And I just put James was here, and I just put don't forget to tell my boss I'm not in work the next day.
So you've got what? So each table.
How many bits of paper? How many cards you got?
What?
Yeah, it's like a board. It's like a laminate card. It says 180, because the whole point is when 180 happens, you all put your cards in the air and you go 180, and you go, hey, but you can rub it off and you can write a message on it as well. That's the whole point. You get given markers, you can rub it on. It's laminated, so it's not permanent. If you've ever written on a laminate card before, I'm sure you all have before, you can rub it off and wipe it off as many times as you want. You can write whatever you want. You can put.
So this is a big darts venue then. This is set up for darts.
Yeah, that's all it was there. We were there genuinely for darts.
But you don't know what the venue was.
It was live. And it was live.
Guys,
and they've let fans that are drunk.
No, they're not fans.
No. But the people that are watching the darts, obviously you can have jugs of beer delivered to the table.
Yeah.
And they're allowing you to have a card and a marker that you can write anything on.
Yeah.
And then hold it up to be put on telly. So you could put anything on there.
I could put something really provocative, really dirty on there. But it's also up to Sky what they show, mate. The TV producers can put whatever they want. The whole point is they know they're going to guarantee to film Phil Taylor showing his darts. Where they show what I put on my sign is luck.
Yeah, but if it's live, then it's just going to be a constant.
No, but if
stream,
it's live, it is to a degree. But they've got hundreds of cameras across the whole venue, so it's up to. So there is a slight delay in TV. I don't know whether it be 10 minutes, 5 minutes. So it's live filmed, the darts, and then also because of the delay, because it's like football, there'll be like a 5-minute delay or whatever it be when it's filmed. There'll be enough time so that they can choose what's shown.
Where were you staying?
Where was I staying?
Hmm.
I think I was at my brother's at the time. I think I went back to my brother's.
Oh, he lives in Brighton. Not
No,
Brighton.
he lives in Kendal. No, he lives in Kendal. It's about 45 minutes away.
What, from Blackpool?
From
So
Blackpool, yeah.
how did you get that? How did you do that 45-minute trip back?
We got basically Fran, who organised it, his best mate. He had like a minibus, like a taxi that picked us all up from Kendal, and it's called Castle Taxis, and it took us all back about 5 or 4 of us. And basically, it was £30 each, so it's about 160 quid basically get a taxi back.
I don't know. So you're actually.
I'm going to let you go first on this, Rich.
Yeah.
I think I know where I am on it.
I know. See, I know how James would probably behave on a night out, and I can see him wanting to be on the camera, and I can see him wanting to do his dance. I'm probably completely wrong. Let's see what everyone else is saying. Phil Higginson's saying true. Gilly's saying true.
What's Ali saying? That's what we want to know. Ali's
what's Ali saying? Ali, what you saying, Ali? What you saying, Ali? Where are you? Ali's saying sounds dubious as my ex's tales. Right, okay. So she's saying she thinks it's a lie, but I'm gonna. Bailey Rose is saying, hang on, Ashley's saying lie, but she's been wrong all night. Bailey's saying false. I'm gonna go true.
Interesting, because that's where I've been for quite a while, and
yeah.
For one little reason that I think I'm not sure where I was you trying to throw it a bit questionable, but it did actually happen. You know exactly where you were.
Yeah, I think he was trying to make it sound a bit vague. I just think I know what you like. I know you'd be doing all this and trying to get on in the camera's sight. So I think it's true. Ali thinks it's false. Sue thinks it's true. Sharon's going to say true. Ashley's saying a lie. What does Nick think? You think it's true? Right, so we think it's true.
Well, you'd be happy to hear, guys. It did actually happen. I was absolutely levered. My brother held me back. And one of the biggest kickoffs that ever happened, my brother thought I was going to get my head pounded in. These guys were literally kicking and smashing glasses across each other. It was like all filmed on Sky, and the camera pans across. I'll try and find a clip for you on YouTube. It comes across, they're all going do 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 do, and I'm drunk like this. Go do 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 do, and then literally you just see these tables jump up and woof, smashing glasses, bottles, and then it was on news after saying like this has never been seen, and the security came in. They all got pulled out. I think it was to do with like Lancashire and Yorkshire or something. It was like a big rivalry that happened, and it was kind of like a planned fight to a degree. And yeah, when the adverts came on, they wanted to show that they had that who was harder than who. But yeah, I was long gone. No idea what I was doing. I was just some drunk lad who was in a place, and thankfully, I had an older brother who's 10 years older than me who was looking after my back and was like, "Yeah, you're not getting involved with that, bro."
Susan says she demands to see the clip. Well
yeah,
done.
That all rang true for me, and it did feel like I think I was in Blackpool.
I can't remember the
you
name.
You were lying through your. Yeah. No, I mean you were trying to make yourself
trying to lie.
Yeah.
Well
done. Well done, Nick. You done really well. James done well. I didn't do too good. I don't think I got 2 wrong. So. I think I got 2 wrong. I think you've only got 1 wrong, Nick.
I messed up your parachute one.
Yeah, the parachute
one. I messed up that one and Nick's one.
Yeah, so Nick's only got 1 wrong, so we got 2 wrong each. So
so Nick is a winner.
Nick's a winner. Well done,
Nick. You get to meet Stan Lee. There you go.
Oh yeah, look, you get to meet Stan Lee again. You get to meet Stan Lee again. Well done, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed that. It was good. Have we got anything else we want to talk about? Any good pickups or anything we want to show and tell? Or
for me,
yes,
Oh, nice.
Oh, I love Jeff. We know everybody loves
I've
Jeff.
listed him, but I think I might have to keep him.
Yeah, he's great. He's great.
For me, my only thing is just, as I said last week, really, just, if anyone's at the boot sales, just keep your eyes out for boots and shoes. They're really, really flying out. I picked up some Gore-Tex boots in Kendal the other week for £5, and I just sold them for £55 with postage. So, if you are new to reselling, guys, or you're in the chat and you want to kind of get yourself something and you want to learn a new niche, start shoes. If you can see the word Gore-Tex, see the word boots, go and buy them, because everyone's going to be going out, especially right now with, at the moment, I appreciate that people want to be kind of going and getting these deck chairs and all this kind of like glamping stuff. But my big tip for a lot of people at the moment for reselling is, these summer people are going to be having UK holidays at the moment. And
we love Jeff on this channel. We love Jeff.
How does Susan know what my left hand is doing? That's amazing.
Yeah, she must have X-ray eyes. No, that's good. Are you going any booting tomorrow? Anyone sourcing tomorrow? Yeah. You're going on your jumble trail.
Yes. Yeah, I think Andrew will come in and tell me if I'm wrong. I think we're up in North London tomorrow for one.
Oh, nice.
I think it is.
Lovely.
I go to one near Preston. It's a bit of a drive away, but it's called St. Michael's, Billsborough. And it's a really, really nice one. It expands. It takes if you're to walk it takes a good half an hour to visit every stall. So we've all done that exciting walk past stalls. So yeah, it's a serious walker.
Nice. Well, anybody else wants to say? We can carry on the chat if you've got to go. Or
I was going to say, at these jumble trail things, I hate the moment where you pull up, you jump out of the car, and then as you stand up and you see it's like somebody's homemade candles and stuff, and you're like, oh God, I've got to at least look and go, ooh, for half a second.
Oh, lovely.
Otherwise you go, oh, back in the car, and you look terrible.
Yeah, you don't get many of those, though, do you? You don't get really, on the jumble trails you've been doing. You seem to be pretty good stalls that you on the videos.
Yeah, I wouldn't film at one that's all candles though.
Oh God, no, or fairy cakes. Just one of like where the kids made the cakes.
Yeah,
and the orange juice is outside.
Today there was a stall. I think it was an Italian family. The woman who was making the pizzas was certainly Italian, and they had a big gazebo and they were selling pizzas and food, and we kind of thought it looked like they might have some stuff down the side of the garden. So we actually stopped and I got a bunch of vinyl, a load of Lego from a stall that from the road pretty much looked like a pizza stand. So yeah, always have a quick look is what I'm saying. I don't know if I've got the vinyl.
I went to pick my son up from school yesterday and I drove past and the little house was having a yard sale, but I looked out and they had like all T-shirts hung up along the front of the house. In the gutter, in like the hooked onto the gutter and that, and I just thought it didn't look appealing. Maybe I should have stopped and had a look, but I just picked him up from school and was taking him home. I was trying to get a video done, but yeah, perhaps I should have looked. But I keep missing the trails. This is why I'm looking forward to this app, because I just missed the trails. I never because Global Thrifters and all that, they're all sort of around me, and Sam Sell stuff, they're all around me, and they seem to find them. I think Peter Ray's been to the one at Ashford, not Ashford, Kent, Ashford, Middlesex.
Yeah, I've done
near
that.
Staines.
Yes.
Yeah, because
too big that one. You can't get around it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh well, that's all right. Everyone's got a chance, then, haven't they? If
it
it's
does
that
kind of
like
the playing field. Yeah, you just pick a random place to start and you just try and get lucky, don't you? Really.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Anything else? Anybody? Anything else we want to talk about?
Obviously before we kind of go, but I just want to say thank you very much, Nick, for coming on. By the way, Nick, it really does.
No, 100%.
A lot, mate. I really do appreciate you being part of.
I enjoyed making it all up because obviously I knew you'd think at least one was true.
Yeah,
so they all had to. I don't know. I tried to make them all fairly plausible, and it was just like creating stories. It was brilliant.
Yeah. It's great, isn't it? Because you do. You just go off on one, and then I had to throw a little curveball in there. They couldn't all be lies.
Yeah.
I'll chuck a curveball in. By the way, next time we'd love to have you on. By the way, Nick, I've got a surprise for you next time when you come in. I will come dressed as a surprise for you. That's all I'm going to say.
A surprise for me.
Yes. The next start, so that's to entice you to come in a couple of months. You know,
I tell you what, you
won't
won't be able to
police
sleep now, will you?
You got a police outfit, right?
Nope, nothing to do with the police. Nothing to do with the police. I'll give you a clue, and you'll know this clue, and you guess what I'm going to dress up as when you come. All you've got to do, my friend Nick, is you've got to reach out and touch Faith. That's all I'm going to say.
Ooh.
Just for you, mate. Just for you.
Oh, that's enticing.
Mm.
Vinny's asking where your jumble trail is tomorrow. I don't know whether Nick would give away secrets.
Oh, I'd share where it was, but Andrea basically finds them and organises it. I drive. Honestly, I'm terrible at this sort of stuff. I don't know. Andrea might come in and tell me in a sec. There was one at Walthamstow. I can't remember if that was the one today that we didn't go to because we went to this other one, and I don't know. I think it's Walthamstow.
That'll be a good one, though. Should be a good one up there. Yeah. Rich Hitch has just come in. Hi, Rich. How you doing? Yeah, you missed the Would I Lie to You? It was great fun. Hopefully everyone enjoyed it. And yeah, so someone's saying you're going to come dressed as Jeff. we love Jeff.
We love Jeff.
Look, Chris is in now. Look, Cookie and the Haydens. Chris, hello, Chris.
Oh, Chris, it's too late to see my performance.
I'll tell you what. If you'd have seen Nick's performance, you'd be giving him an Oscar right about now.
Oh yeah.
Well, you see, Chris is a fellow ex-copper.
Yeah, another liar.
We've
another dodgy copper.
Strangely parallel lives. It's proper spooky. We've both had second-hand like gaming media stores, I think, pretty sure.
Yeah.
We both were in the police and needed to get out. We now do pretty much exactly the same thing. It's weird.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Crazy. But Andrea was never anything to do with the police, was she?
No.
Andrea, no.
Whereas Belle, I think, was something to do with the police, wasn't she? Or works.
Yeah, I think she still does.
It's a control room or something, I think. I think she's had some late shifts just lately. Oh, Chris is saying he'll rewind it. Yeah, you're like the tales of the unexpected.
All police stories, Chris.
All police stories.
I think Dave was saying that he's going to send us a parcel. Send me a parcel, Richard, and something we can use for the show.
Oh,
Dave Reeser was saying that's quite cool.
Oh, really? Hang on, let's have a look. James will send a parcel. Hopefully, you can use it on the show next week. Oh, actually, yeah, I've got a video. I think my video that went up today, actually, I found something that we were talking about, Nick, on Laney's channel. You know, the old school licorice pipes we were talking about? In my video, I went into my mate Lee's shop and I bought a box of 16 Skipper's pipes, they're called.
Yeah.
Skipper's pipes.
Are they the ones with the little bits on the end? Like the
little pink sprinkles on the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen them for years, and then because I never really look around his shop. I go in there, start talking, and I'm there for hours. And he's got some on his counter, singles, and then I was walking around doing a bit of video, and I clocked a box with 16 in. I thought, oh yeah, that's a bit of me. And something I haven't seen before, which is in the video. I've never ever seen them before. I used to love Lucky Charms cereal.
Oh yeah,
Lucky Charms.
Wasn't that an American thing?
Yeah. Well, what he's got in his shop, if I say I've got them on my video I uploaded a couple of hours ago. Lucky Charms marshmallows, a bag of Lucky Charms marshmallows.
Nice.
Just the marshmallows. He did have some Lucky Charms in there, but someone actually nicked them. Someone did, grab the box and a couple of other bits and run out the shop. But yeah, he does Lucky Charms. I forgot about all those. And the sugar mice. He does all that. Cola cubes, rhubarb and custards.
I tell you something weird, like Lucky Charms, Richard. That's worth trying if you want to have something that's a bit different. Crystal Pepsi. I would recommend.
I thought you were going to say crystal meth. Then.
Crystal meth. I thought he was going to say crystal meth. Not on this channel.
I'm not interested in that. I'm a reseller. I live in a cellar.
A meth addict. Yeah.
Completely different. But no, Crystal Pepsi is really good. It's
I've never even heard of it.
So basically, it's like a clear Pepsi. It looks like a lemonade, but it tastes like Pepsi. It was very limited edition. So it actually tastes like the actual Pepsi. And I ordered some the other year, and it's a really bizarre thing. Because if you close your eyes and you drink it, you think like you're tasting normal Pepsi, and when you look at it, it actually looks like a lemonade. It's clear, so it's called Crystal Pepsi.
Do you remember when they did a green version of the Heinz tomato ketchup?
No, do I? No,
Yeah,
I'm going to say no.
They did a Heinz green tomato ketchup, and they also Walkers did hedgehog flavoured crisps. Do you remember those?
I remember those. Yes, I do remember
That rings
those.
a bell. Yeah.
I remember those.
Hedgehog flavoured crisps. Anything in the chat? Oh, Jilly's never had Lucky Charms. Oh, look, this is my friend Lee with the shop. Go and check out his channel. He's got a sweet shop, but he's got a gaming channel. He's just started up. He's a great guy, Lee. He's been trying to get the Crystal Pepsi. I didn't even know.
Hey, there you go. Told you.
Don't try and get the other one, Lee, because that'll get you in trouble.
Yeah, you can get in a lot of trouble with that.
Look. Oh, he prefers. I prefer Pepsi Max.
I drink a lot of Pepsi Max these days.
Oh,
I feel like
tons of it. The Pepsi Max.
Order some Crystal Pepsi. Send it to you, Nick. Send it to you, Richard. And what we should do is do like a blind test.
Do a taste test.
And then get your partners to put it in front of you and for you to tell me which one you're having live. Because honestly, it's a really weird scenario because you look at it looks like a lemonade and it genuinely tastes like the normal Pepsi. It's really bizarre.
Never ever heard of it.
Crystal Pepsi.
I'd film that. That'd be a laugh. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll arrange it. We'll have to get some of the weird and wonderful things. I'll have to see if I can try to find the green tomato ketchup and stuff. I don't think they do it anymore.
Or am I lying to you?
Years
Or
old.
is that a lie? Is that a lie? Is it a truth?
Oh yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
We could do it in this format, so you can react to it, I can react to it, or I could be blindfolded and Andrew give me stuff. Yeah,
definitely.
That'd be a laugh.
Definitely. Yeah, we'll do it.
Especially if you want to send me stuff, you could say. Well, no, you could send me any old crap.
I'm not going to send you. I'm going to send you Crystal Pepsi.
Oh, Chris is saying Coke was originally green when it was first made.
Oh wow!
Really? Look, David remembers the green ketchup.
Wasn't Coca-Cola originally? That was some form of. Was it Coca-Cola had cocaine in it or something? Which one was it?
I believe so, unless that's an urban myth.
That's an urban myth, but I swear that was what I heard. That was the addiction part of it, wasn't it? Or was that just some kind of silly myth that came out?
I don't know if that's a myth.
See,
it's addictive anyway because of the caffeine.
Because of the caffeine,
yeah. I don't know.
But I like the Pepsi Max, and actually now, just as much as that, I love the Audi. I think it's called X0. It's Audi's version of Pepsi Max. Lovely.
Wow. I've not had that.
40p a bottle. Can't be bad.
Wow. Well, when you said Audi, I was thinking of the cars initially. I was thinking
Aldi. I'm common. Audi.
No. I'm from Top North, Richard. It doesn't help. I'm very not posh.
Top North.
Hitchin's too bloody upmarket. We don't even have one. Damn it!
Dave saying Pepsi Max. He's addicted.
Well, I've got friends from. I've got friends who used to live in Burgess Hill, and then they said there was a massive uproar when an Aldi was installed around Burgess Hill. They were really upset. Oh, the locals like, no, we don't want an Aldi.
Lowering the tone. My house price has come down. What are you doing?
It's different if it's a Lidl. Aldi's all right. Coke had cocaine in it when it was first introduced. Pretty sure it's true. PVP says.
It sounds like something I've heard a few times.
Look, Sharon saying,
wasn't he? Santa Claus was green. He went red because of Coca-Cola as well. That was true, wasn't it?
Really? No, really? I'm
willing to put my house on that. That's how confident I am.
Santa
Claus was initially green, and he became red because Coca-Cola branded him as this red suit.
Yeah,
Really?
Essentially, they popularized because of their massive campaign. That became the assumed true identity. Before that, he was depicted in loads of ways. Yeah. Really quite a creepy character in some pictures. So they created the widely known American version. I think you're totally right on that.
Wow. I've seen films where he is in a green suit, but I just thought that was the films. Professor Peppy from Audi is the future. Great rip-off. Brand name from Audi again. No, Santa. Jilly's saying Santa was green.
What happened about the caterpillar thing?
Yeah, I don't think they
Did they
did it.
settle that?
I don't see how they could over a caterpillar cake. How bonkers is that?
Was it Audi that was getting sued over that, or
I
one of
think
the
it was
farmers?
Audi. Was it
Was
Colin
it?
Colin Caterpillar was the Marks and Spencer one, wasn't it?
But Asda is doing it as well. Asda and Sainsbury's, they've all been doing it recently. They've all had the different caterpillars, like Calvin the caterpillar, Colin. Give over.
Gives crazy migraines. After checking bars, restaurants, they're not serving it to Diet Coke or Zero.
Oh,
That's not good, Chris.
God.
Thanks for yet another enjoyable evening. Best shot off, do some work. See you later, Vinny. Thank you, mate. Yeah, so someone's saying he has it. Jilly's got a German Green Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that there's different terms of Santa, and as you said there, I think you're bang on right, Nick. I think in some cultures he's kind of like a creepy. There's almost like a child snatcher, weird versions of Santa.
Yeah. It's a strange history that whole thing. I think.
I'm looking forward to when we do "Would I Lie to You" Christmas special when we.
Oh God, yeah. Some old postcards have Santa in green or purple robes. Some go for good money. Well, look out for them then. Oh, look, Laney's still here. Hello, Laney. Netto was so uncool back in the day. Kids would not go in. Weirdo, Aldi and Lidl don't have that stigma.
Do you remember? Did you have it where you are quick save? That was like you were frowned upon. You're going to quick save. It was a bit like that. Yeah.
When Lidl first came out, there was no way I was going to go and eat their food. No way on this earth. Yeah. I'll tell you what, Aldi, love it.
Yeah,
their food is superb.
Aldi's marketing team are amazing, aren't they? What they've done for that, yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but where we are, you go in Lidl, and you can tell you're in Lidl. You go into Aldi, and it's like being in Marks and Spencer.
Yeah.
It's just that it's a different vibe, and obviously, I think the people in Aldi care more about the way they shop looks than Lidl do.
Yeah, I get that.
Just a nicer.
But a lot of that is to do with their efficiency. They're very, very good at maximising what the staff do. Aldi. One thing I will say is talking about, like being scrutinised to go into a place, and just bringing it back to what I do now with reselling. I'll be honest. When I was a child, even going into a charity shop, I would be like, I'll never go in a charity shop. I'm not going to a charity shop. Now I blooming love it. I'm like, get me in there.
I wouldn't dare enter a charity shop when I was a kid. If my mum ever went in, I'd stand outside. There was no way I was going to be seen in there.
I wouldn't.
Jumble sales. No thanks. I'll wait out here.
I was the other way. I was brought up on thrifted stuff.
I wish I was.
My mum said she bought me a pair of shoes. My mum said I should have used this as a lie. My mum said she bought me a pair of shoes one day from the jumble sale, got me to take mine off and try them on. I put these ones on that she bought me, walked off and left my new shoes on the table. She weren't best pleased. But I didn't get some very. There were some of the clothes that weren't very nice that I got. I remember, like, do you know the yellow checkered trousers that Rupert the Bear wears?
Yes.
I got some of them once. It weren't a good look. Let me tell you, it weren't a good look.
I often think back to the 80s when I was a kid, and I'd be. My mum used to run like the Brownies and the Guides, and they were having jumble sales were really much more common back then. Yeah. And I'd be in there, had free reign, helping set up of everything. I could have, the amount of, amazing stuff that went through my hands. I was clueless. All I wanted was, some Matchbox toys. Even them I destroyed as a child. Just get screwdrivers put through the windscreen.
Yeah, the same as that with the Action Men stuff as well, the tanks and that.
The stuff I had the opportunity to buy in the vintage hi-fi, all of that, I saw it so often. I just didn't.
But if you could go back now, I mean, I remember getting the Bionic Man where you rolled the skin up on his arm and you looked through the back of his head. I had all them sort of things. And he had all the little bionic things in his arm. And literally, to say, he had the latex where you rolled it up. I had the original Stretch Armstrong.
Wow.
I had all the Action Man stuff. And just, like you say, destroyed it. absolutely destroyed it. It didn't last 5 minutes because of me
That was play to me. I had loads of Action Man, and it was about how evilly
pulling the arms off and shaving the hair off
the
it.
window, that sort of stuff.
Trying to make up a parachute for him and luzzing him out the window with something he chopped off a plastic bag.
I swear I had one with a parachute that used to fold and launch out.
That's it. Yeah,
I've got one downstairs. I've actually got one because I resell a lot of Action Man. I've actually got that one that you launch out the window. It's amazing. It is amazing because they're actually built proper. They actually do everything to stay on a plane.
They were great toys.
They're amazing toys. I just think they're fantastic. Like from a resale value as well. They're just brilliant. There's just so much reminiscence in them.
Why does that going through the Aldi checkout scare you to death, Chris? I think going through the Sainsbury's checkout or the Marks and Spencer's checkout would scare you to death. Aldi's not too bad.
Aldi's fine. Fine.
I love Aldi.
You've got to just be very fast at packing things. That's the only thing with Aldi. Sainsbury's, they pace you. Aldi's like boop, 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 boop.
Oh no, our Aldi, they're quick, but
You've got to be like.
I'm on a diet at the minute, and I'm buying loads of salad bits, and they got some lovely, massive red spring onions in there. They're huge, beautiful, lovely in Aldi at the minute. Loving it.
Your mic just kicked in. It's like it's not been working properly all night.
What my one?
Your voice just went all deep and amazing.
Oh,
it was just the red onions, Nick. It was.
It's probably this because I bought this off my electronics man. It's probably not working properly.
A bit dodgy that, I think.
Yeah. But Stu's Stu's saying that. Oh, Chris used to put all his toys, put my toy cars in the middle. Stu's saying had all missing fingers and limbs.
I'm just going to draw my blind. I'm like a in a bowl. Everyone stares in.
Look more like Action Lepers by the time I finish with them. I had the Evil Knievel as well. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Mine worked. Yeah, mine worked. There's someone in the chat that's got all these things, got all the Bionic Man and got the Evil Knievel. Did you have the wind up Evil Knievel, Nick?
No.
Oh, I did.
No.
Love my Evil Knievel. I
just grabbed the vinyl that I picked up. We bought a load of stuff, including a box of Lego. The whole lot was $3. Billy Idol Best of.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
On cassette. In 1988, I think this came out.
Wow.
88, there you go.
Yeah,
isn't that awesome?
That is good, yeah.
Just to make you all feel young, that's the year I was born as well.
Oh, stop it. Look at the condition on that. Bruce Springsteen, greetings from Asbury Park.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
That's really nice condition as well.
Yeah, it is.
Wow, that's really, really nice.
That's awesome.
Where the heck did you get that from? Like someone who's never touched anything?
I don't know. This was the pizza store where we weren't going to stop, and then we did. Little Richard's Greatest Hits.
Wow,
brilliant!
Don't
worry, Dave. I'll be back on my own mic next week.
Andrew is keeping that.
Bobby Brown.
She likes a bit of the Bobby.
Wow.
Yeah,
very good.
Find some vinyl. I was queuing up for Record Store Day at 8 a.m. this morning.
I saw that on your Instagram. But you know what's the funny thing, Nick? I thought that was like something from the past when you used to have your record store. And I thought it was a photo of going when you first opened because no one seemed to have a COVID mask on. So I was going, oh, maybe this is in the past.
No.
And then when I looked again, I was like, oh, no, that's recent. I was like, why is it like, I was like, from a social distance and I got it. But I was just like, wow, it's just nice to see that. It was nice to see that many people genuinely queuing up for something as well this day and age.
Huge Record Store Day. I had no idea. It's the first one I've gone to, actually, because I got massively back into vinyl over lockdown. And my daughter is going to get 21 Pilots because what happens is, if people watching don't know, Record Store Day is to promote actual record stores. So bands and artists release very limited runs of vinyl that you have to be in the store on that day. It's the only way you can get it.
Yeah.
And we were 100th person in the queue. They were counting the queue and working it all out, giving us lists of what was available, and stuff was selling out before we even got to the shop. It was crazy.
Wow.
I got one thing out of the 6 I wanted.
Is that it?
Yeah, U2 picture disc. That's all I got.
I used to love the old picture discs years ago.
Yeah.
Some good ones. The old Erasure and things like that. Yeah. I always thought, I don't really like Erasure, and then I really got into Erasure. It's one of them bands.
Their early stuff is unbeatable. They are very hit and miss these days. They're still going strong. We're seeing them live this year.
Yeah.
But
I wasn't so much into the. I like some of the Pet Shop Boys songs, but I wasn't so much into those. But I'd like anything and everything, really, musically.
Yeah.
Bobby Brown, I liked it. He was all right until all that thing with Whitney Houston, and then I didn't like him. And I don't know.
My Prerogative was a classic that he did.
Yeah.
Actually, My Prerogative.
Yeah, but that My Prerogative's the one that I suppose if you ask anyone a Bobby Brown song, that's the one they'll say, won't they?
Yeah, and
it's like MC Hammer, isn't it? What song would you say if it's MC Hammer? Don't touch this or can't touch this.
Yeah.
It's
too legit to quit was one of his as well. It's awful.
Yeah.
But it is actually a really good song in the sense of like how cheesy it is.
Yeah. If MC Hammer comes on the telly, you're watching because it's amazing. It's like this happened
in his baggy trousers.
I really like. You'll know it, Nick. I can't because you're obviously very good at music. But even Eddie Murphy did that song. Was it My Girl Wants to Party All the Time? Was it that one that he did? My girl wants to party all the time, party all the time.
That sounds.
And he did that. Eddie Murphy did that, and loads of people forget it. And it was a really good cover. And the only reason I remember it is because of New Year. I had we were in our living room dancing, me and my wife. We were just dancing. We had YouTube on random select, and loads of these songs were coming on, like MC Hammer. And we just danced the night away. It was a brilliant night because COVID, there's no point going out. And she's a teacher. Yeah. And that came on, and I was like, it was one of the highlights of my night. I was like, oh man, because I'm such a big Eddie fan. And I was like, it's amazing.
We sit here in the evening and watch Top of the Pops reruns from the 80s and 90s and all of that. It's like a time capsule.
I bet you love watching Jive Bunny, don't you, Nick?
Oh, I remember when I found out that he's your mate or something. I was like, I've been slagging that off for ages. And you're like, he's my mate.
Les Hemstock. And actually, I think it was that Al Supersonic said, oh, yeah, Les Hemstock was Jive Bunny. I was like, yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh, God, that's so funny.
Yeah.
That was so funny. But music's a thing.
That was it. Super Freak as well. That was it. It was super. Someone's just put Eddie Murphy was friends with Rick James, Super Freak.
Yeah. But there's a lot of actors and actresses that have done songs, and a lot of people don't know. I mean, I think I'd done one in the film quiz that I'd done for Chris Cooking Hayden's on their movie thing, and
Bruce Willis?
I think I said what actress sang "What If."
Oh, that's Kate Winslet.
Yeah, there you go.
What singer sung "Wheels on the Bus" and got #1?
Wheels on the Bus, was that a Bob the Builder thing?
No, Wheels on the Bus go round and round.
I heard someone sing that on a film recently. Dave Bautista on the new film.
It was Madonna.
Really?
Mm.
She released it as a single?
Yeah, I think it's like Wheels on the Bus. Yeah, it's a really weird one. Yeah, honestly, I
Are we back to lying through our teeth again?
No.
Yeah, I was saying that's a lie.
No, I kid you not, mate. I'll show it to you.
How do you? No, because you'll get me struck. You get me a strike. Steven Seagal. I'm sure he hasn't done a song.
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I came across that a long time ago.
David Hasselhoff has released.
He's done loads.
A lot of music. Yes. He's massive in Germany, and that's
really David big with the whole wall scenario. Yeah. Like he went crazy.
Wasn't he singing on top of the wall or something?
He was there going like that. Yeah, singing on the wall, and they loved him.
Yeah, I know. It blows my mind.
David Soul, another one. He was a good singer. He's still bound, but I'll tell you who I do like, who's an actor and singer, is it's the black guy. I had his name just now.
His name is Michael Jackson, and
no,
he's the
it's
greatest singer of all
No.
time.
No,
Yes.
he was in what's that one with where Tom Cruise is a hitman and he's the taxi driver. I can see he's a hang on, let me have a look. I had his name in my head just now. He's a brilliant singer.
Will Smith's a really good singer, to be fair, as well. I like what he does. I know it's very comical, but I think he's very talented in the fact that he can do as much as he does, because he does comedy, i.e. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but then he'll do a film that's like very different, like I Am Legend, and then I just respect him, like, in the sense of what he does. And
he had a massive singing career before his film career. I know he'd been in Fresh Prince, that was his break, but huge selling artist, Will Smith.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx. He's done loads of albums. He's a brilliant singer as well.
Yeah.
Really good. Samuel L. Jackson, I think, has released songs. Say Wesley Snipes, Eddie Murphy. A load of them.
For those that, and you guys, it might not be your cup of tea, but there's a program on the BBC called People Just Do Nothing, and there's a film coming out, and on that one they do like a mixtape of chavs and people doing MC and stuff like that. But one of the guys on there called Chibadi
Don't tell us you're on there.
No, I'm not on there. One of the guys called Chibadi G on there, who's like kind of this Turkish guy.
I think I've heard of him.
He had a massive following through his rap music and stuff like that. It really is interesting, like, find out where people have come from to where they are. Like, you watch them in their break and you go, oh wow, they're really good. But when you actually find out what people did to get there, a lot of people have worked really hard to get to whereabouts they are. Then there's a lot of story behind them rather than just what you're thinking. It is amazing.
Steven Seagal, really? I couldn't imagine Steven Seagal singing.
I don't think I'd want to listen to that. It'd be like listening to John Travolta. Oh yeah, I have.
Oh, Antoinette's got a good one. Patrick Swayze, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very talented dancer, singer,
Brilliant.
good looking. It's like, come on, mate.
Yeah.
I've got to
show
say,
some love.
Thingy was quite good in Moulin Rouge. My guy who I used to cosplay as
Ewan McGregor.
I used to cosplay him as
kind of look of him a little bit, haven't you?
Yeah, I used to have the beard in Obi-Wan. It's on my Instagram.
Yeah,
I used to cosplay that a lot. Yeah, Ewan McGregor, but he's really, really, like, he's got a good voice. But I tell you another one is when he did oh my lord, the circus film. Oh my god, Logan, the guy who plays Logan.
Oh no, you're talking about Greatest Showman.
Greatest Showman. Yeah, he's got a fantastic voice.
Yeah, he's really good.
You know, he's really, really talented, and that was a brilliant film. And I just like films that are kind of bring people out of their comfort zone, because you think they're actors, but most actors are classically trained to sing, because when you go through acting school, you normally have to do some form of musical, and it is interesting listening to them sing.
There was one I wasn't impressed with. It was in Les Mis, and a lot of the top actors did it. Eddie Redmayne was in there; he was great. And he was in there. The Wolverine man was in there as well. I can't remember his name now. But
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman. I'll tell you who wasn't a great singer, and that was the other one, Russell Crowe.
No.
Oh. He wasn't very good at all. I didn't really think it rate his voice. But there's a lot of them that are. There's a lot of the singers, the actors that are doing musical stuff, and they're brilliant. You know, in Greatest Showman, they were all good. I thought they were all great.
I still haven't watched Thingamajig on Disney yet. The rap musical. I forget what it's called. I'll think of it in a second.
Antoinette's just said Russell Crowe's got his own band.
Wow.
Does he play drums? But so was Johnny Depp. He's in a band, isn't he?
Oh, we were supposed to be going to see him.
Oh, really?
With Hollywood Vampires, which is his touring band. It's like a superstar lineup. And Johnny Depp's not just there to bring in the crowd. He's an accomplished guitarist.
Yeah.
And they've cancelled the tour because of everything that's going on. It was put back, and I think we've had a refund on it now.
It was Hamilton, by the way. It was Hamilton that was referred.
Yeah, that's one.
Because it's about like a rap almost, and like I think it's.
Yeah.
I need to watch that. I still need to watch it. It's on Disney Plus. I need to watch that.
Yeah, they did it on telly.
It's awesome, and my daughter Ellen knows just about every word to the thing.
Wow.
She recites all of the because they're rap songs. They're like hundreds of lyrics per song, and she just
That's it. Porky's Discount saying Bradley Cooper. Obviously, he did the one with Lady Gaga. That was he's got a good voice. Keanu Reeves. I don't think I've ever heard him do a song. Oh, Bill and Ted's.
In Bill and Ted. They're in a band in
that.
Stallions. Is it a Stallions?
The Wild Stallions.
The Wild Stallions. Because we are the Wild Stallions.
Yeah, LL Cool J. Yeah, but I think LL Cool J was a singer before he was an actor, wasn't he? If I'm right.
Well, he made his name as a rapper, certainly.
Yeah.
Late 80s, I think, as early as that.
Yeah.
But certainly early 90s, he was releasing stuff, I think.
Yeah. There's been some good actors. There still is some good actors. Like I say, a lot of them now, they have to have the full package. It's like my stepdaughter's doing. She's at a dance academy in Chingford, I think it is, in Essex, and she's doing dance. So she's done a lot of dance stuff. They do a lot of singing. She got down to the last two in an audition for the West End for Matilda.
Wow.
For the part of Matilda, and then my other stepdaughter got down to the last two as Tracy and Matilda, I think, as well. But now she's just started a class in her place, and she said, "Oh, have you heard of this actor?" And I was like, "I haven't heard of him, but I recognise him." And 2 days before, I'd watched him. He's the guy that's going to be their acting teacher. Is the blacksmith in Dragonheart 2, the new Dragonheart film that's just come out. And I was like, he's done loads of stuff. I looked him up. He's done loads of stuff. And they've got him as a teacher for a year.
Oh, wow.
I tell you what, how good's that? And she's great dancer. I say, but what they're learning now, they're doing the all-rounders. A lot of the EastEnders lot, they're all doing the same thing. Oh, yeah, no, here we go. Look, Lee's got a good one. Jared Leto.
Yeah. Now, his band, is that 30 Seconds to Mars, isn't it?
Yeah, they're really good. I like their stuff as well. Yeah, bye, Elaine. Thanks for coming in.
No,
David Firth. No, Colin Firth. I was going to say David Firth. It's David saying Colin Firth. Has he been? I'm sure he's done a musical, hasn't he?
Mamma Mia.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, along with Pierce Brosnan.
Don't
yeah,
start
it was.
that.
It was Colin Firth, Pierce Brosnan.
Singing. That was the worst part of my life. When I heard James Bond singing, I felt like going, no, don't you dare.
Ricky Gervais started as a singer. Really?
Yeah. Didn't he parody that in that film he did? I think it was a parody almost of himself.
Really?
But there's an amazing press shot of him, posing and stuff with fancy hair and stuff when he was trying to make it in a band. They had a contract. He had a record contract, but it went nowhere.
Do you know when before COVID, did you guys see when he did his Wembley tour to do his songs as a band? It sold out within an hour.
Really?
Wembley, within an hour. How incredible that is. So you think of like bands like, I don't know, let's just chuck Bon Jovi out there or whatever. They take months to sell out. He said, I'm going to do my songs, which is about 2 hours, an hour if that. So obviously he's got his free love, isn't he? Because he does free love is a free love freeway. And he does that. And he's just literally got in Wembley doing his comedy skin and it sold out within an hour. It was incredible. Wow. So yeah.
Tom Cruise, he was in that. He was in that other one as well. He done some singing in that other film he was in. What was it? Oh God, I can't even think what it's called. It's one I don't really like.
Well, it wasn't Top Gun because he does. It was something. That was going great balls.
No, this was something rock, not School of Rock, but
Rock of Ages.
Rock of Ages, that's it.
Yeah. I've not seen it. I just remember seeing the cover.
Yeah. So he's done a bit, but yeah, it's madness how they all get on. But anyway, we've been on nearly 2.5 hours, guys, and I'm loving this. But I know a few of you are shooting off now, and I think we've kept you guys long enough. But really appreciate you coming on, Nick. Well
Thank
done.
you, Nick.
It was a joy. Like I
You're the
said,
winner.
Very much.
I sniggered to myself a lot when I made all that crap up. It was fun.
Yeah, you did well, Nick. You did very well.
Yeah, you did very well. It was great. And cheers again, James.
I'll just give Nick a handshake. Nice to meet you, Nick, by the way. Nice to
Wrong one.
meet you.
Pleasure. All lang syne, yeah.
But thank you to everybody in the chat. Really appreciate you coming and spending your time with us. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. And yeah, we'll definitely see you again soon, next Saturday at least. Yeah, and we'll have more fun and games ready for you.
I'm ready to drop a bombshell.
Oh God, here we go. I'm not going to end it yet. Then, you want to drop a bombshell live?
I'm sorry to be late, but just so you know, last week I didn't win. It was a draw.
I thought you won.
No, we both got one wrong. I've rewatched it back just to let you know. I'm a fair sport, so it's a draw between me and you.
It's taking you this long to tell me.
I've won one. It's a draw. I just thought I'd let you know.
Who out of you two who won tonight, though?
I think
I got two wrong.
I got two wrong.
Okay.
Because I got one of yours wrong. I think
I've got one right, which is the first week. Last week it was a draw.
Yeah.
And then this week Nick's won. But I just thought I'd let you know. Thought I'd got to come clean.
I'll tell you what, you haven't been out of sleep the past week, have you? That's why.
I might have been up all night. I could been like,
oh yeah. Just quickly before we go, Laney's just mentioned it there. It's her birthday next week, so yeah, there'll be shenanigans on her channel.
My birthday next week. I'll be getting drunk live after your show. Well, next week I shall not let it go on so long, Laney, and we'll all come over to you. We'll start at 7:30, and we'll be done by 9 o'clock.
Yeah, and then give us the link, and then we'll come on your show.
Actually, that's
we'll get very drunk.
Actually, 9
together.
9 o'clock. I don't know. Next Saturday's going to be a bit different because I might be going up to Mike's opening of his
and I might be with you.
He might be with me. So the live might be from there, or if we get home early enough, then obviously we'll do it as we normally do it. But I shall let you know beforehand.
Oh no, I'd like to do it together. I'd love to.
Oh God, you perv. Righto. Anyway, on that note, thank you everybody. Keep it in mind, it's his birthday, so we've all got to be there to show love. Thank you for spending your time with us. I really appreciate it. I know time's precious and you've all got your families, but you've chosen to be here with us. And we will see you all next week. And I'm sure you'll see Nick putting some videos out on his channel during the week as well. Yeah. James, not so much.
No.
We'll see you.
We'll
see you later. No worries, anytime, Nick. And we'll see you all again soon. Bye, everybody.
See you later, guys. Bye.
See ya.